school there. But Kirk Street's actually from where I'm from in Ohio. So.
Are you from Dayton or like one of the suburbs outside of Dayton? Which
outside.
is
Springboro?
See, I don't know that area super well, but I work in advertising and do a ton of stuff in the Ohio area. So
yeah, like
how far is Hamilton? Where's Hamilton at? Close? Not close.
I've heard of it, so it has to be close. Okay. Right?
I have no
yeah,
idea.
that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hamilton County, Cincinnati.
Close enough. Close
So
enough.
you were from there. Why'd you go to Tennessee?
Geez, well, I wanted to do sports broadcasting, and I wanted to go to an SEC school somewhere like in the South, because I grew up in the North.
Yes.
So I wanted a change of pace, change of scenery, meet new people, experience new things, a new city. So Knoxville just felt like a good distance away. A lot of my family is from Kentucky, so I knew I wanted to go somewhere somewhere south of Kentucky for school, and then now I'm here. So.
Were you in a sorority? Did you do anything like that?
Yes, yeah. I was in Kappa Delta.
Delta Kappa Zeta?
Something like that. Yeah, I was a Kappa Delta. Something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
No, but I worked in athletics there. I am not a sorority girl at all, to be honest.
No, but I feel like that's good, like, because if you're not, like my brother, he goes to IU right now, so it's, like, tough, like, he's not an athlete, so it's, like, not having that, like, you know, you go to school, you don't know anybody, it's, like, you need that.
Built-in
friends and connections, and you can meet whoever you want. You can like some of them girls, hate some of them girls, and,
Yeah.
What did you work in? You said you worked in athletics at UT. What did you do?
Yeah, I did content creation, post-production. So, like, when Tennessee went to Omaha, I was there.
So you're a fan.
I do love Tennessee, but I love Louisville. I do. I really like.
It's good here.
I've settled into it now, and I won't lie. When Tennessee basketball played Louisville basketball, I was torn.
We can't talk about that one.
That's for the live. That's for the camera.
No.
Shot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You were rooting for the balls.
No, I have on my I was wearing red and black.
I bet you did.
L's up, and I was clapping for Louisville. Okay.
After they were down 20.
That's fair. But it was a win-win thing.
Okay, but the atmosphere was insane. The whiteout, the towels, it was crazy.
Legit.
It was awesome. Okay, well, I think we've gotten started, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say hey to the audience. What's up, Card Nation? This is Sydney Depp with Floyd Street Media. We're so excited to have you all watching our first watch party for the Louisville basketball game at SMU. Super excited. I am joined with some great company. We have Press and Jacob from State of Louisville, and then we have former Louisville baseball pitcher Josh Rogers here. You guys want to go around and kind of just introduce yourselves? Tell us about what got you here, pro athlete right here. Go ahead, take it away.
One of us has a good arm, the other two of us don't.
I guess I could throw strikes. No, so I went to Louisville. I was there in 14 and 15. Played on the Omaha team. We went to Omaha too.
Yep.
So that was fun. Had a lot of good players, a lot of good experiences. Got drafted and been kind of grinding ever since. Been playing since, like I said, 2015. Had some good times, had some bad times, and Dan called me and asked if I'd come hang out and watch the game today, so I said sure.
Did he tell you it was basketball?
He did.
Yeah,
He knows I'm a big Hoops fan. So I've been a huge Louisville basketball fan since I was a little kid. That's honestly part of the reason I went to school at U of L. And Dan McDonald, Chris Simonis, who's the recruiting coordinator there, they knew I was a big hoops guy. So like when I was in high school to get recruited, they would always bribe me with the tickets. They're like, hey, you want to come on over? Because I'm from right across the river in southern Indiana. So it's like, hey, you want to come to the Louisville game? I'm in. Hey, you want to come to Louisville practice? Hey, I'm in. So it was cool, worked out. Obviously, I wanted to do good in baseball, and the baseball program was great. But basketball was my first love of the university. So Coach Tino and all them boys, sensitive subject around here. But that's my dog. So
tough decision to stay home. What was your number 2 school?
So it was between, I was either going to go to Vanderbilt or here. So I had offers from both. And I was either going to go the SEC route or come here. But I think it was pretty easy for me to stay home, just so my family could be here. Obviously, Nashville's not too far, but to just be able to be home, 20 minutes away. I lived on campus and could go home whenever I wanted. Mom's still helping me out with the laundry
Home
and
cooked
stuff.
meal.
Got the laundry done.
Yeah.
See,
So
I
I
didn't ask,
had-
did you live in the basement and just kind of
No.
just chilling?
I lived at Betty Johnson my freshman year, and then my sophomore year we lived at Cartown. Right
That's a
above,
rite of
so
passage, man. You gotta
It was
live in
awesome.
Wisconsin.
It was awesome. Then I did go back and get my degree in 2020. So the academic
There you
advisor
go.
was on my butt for to go back to school. So I promised my family if I was going to sign and play pro ball, I'd always get my degree. I didn't know when or how, but luckily, kind of COVID hit. We weren't playing, and Rachel Overton, she does not play. So she called me and said, "You're going back to school." I said, "All right."
all right, bet.
So got my degree, and now I'm here chilling.
There you go.
Love it.
There you go.
That's awesome. Because you got drafted your sophomore year.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you
So I was lucky.
you got
I
to
was-
come back.
I was old. I was like old for my grade, so it was kind of. I was just in a position to do that, and I said, "Why not?"
I love it.
The Yankees drafted me. I was a Yankees fan. I was like, had no clue about professional baseball. I was like, "Let's ride. Like, let's roll with it. Like, I'm gonna go play for the Yankees." Yeah. Never did, but it was awesome. It was a great experience. Worked my way up to their system. Like I said, bounced around. I've been with, I think, 5 organizations now in the last 10 years. So nowhere to really call home, but it worked out.
Yeah, you didn't want to do another year in the SPAD building?
No,
Come
no,
on, man.
I couldn't. Miss Presley, if you ever see this, I couldn't do it. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it with Miss Regina anymore.
Oh, that's great. Okay, well, we'll pop over to our state
go.
of Louisville guys.
Yeah.
Who wants to kick us
We're,
off?
we're inseparable here. I feel like anytime
Yeah.
people see us, we're always together.
Two peas in a
I'll
pod.
start. That's right. Jacob Lane, owner, one of the founders of State of Louisville, host of From the Pink Seats podcast. How'd I get here tonight? That's a really loaded question, but I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of talented people understanding how this content game works and trying to create something that's unique and special for Louisville fans. Very fortunate. We've known each other since we were in kindergarten, and we're now, to be fully transparent on age, 31 years old. So since we were 6 years old, we've known each other. I'll never forget the day I took over editing for a website. I hadn't talked to him probably, like 10 years?
Probably.
Just like, hey man, I don't know, take this site over. Do you want to be my partner and like do it with me?
right.
And here we are 7 years later. We started it during COVID. So while you're getting your degree, we're out here trying to start a business. And I'll never forget the guy that we'd been working with previously told us, like, you're going to fail. This is a terrible idea. What are you doing? And so here we are 4 years later, and every event like this where we get to be a part of something groundbreaking, we feel like it's another boot in his face. So
Yeah, first ever watch party.
that's right. Let's go.
Right.
That's what
So
we're
let's
here
do
for.
it.
Groundbreaking content.
I
That's
love
what we're here
it. I
for.
love it.
Yeah.
And go ahead, press. All you.
Yeah, same thing. I feel like Jacob kind of covered everything. I'm just excited to catch the game tonight. I'm excited that we are playing after Virginia because that's almost a guarantee that you're going to get to see the entire game. So,
Right.
because Virginia games only last like an hour and a half. So,
That's great.
yeah, excited to be here, guys.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of excitement here, but also about the basketball
Yes.
team. I mean, right now, riding on an 8-game win streak, like, come on.
I don't-
Talk about revival, right?
Right.
Like the energy I feel like in the city, in the athletic program we're just buzzing. Like, what have you guys seen? What have you observed? Like,
I feel like it's starting to kind of come back to like when we were in school
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So like when we got on campus, like when I got on campus, we just won the national championship in 2013. So like it was lit. Like the games were
Yeah.
fun. Like Yum was packed. Like we had crazy good players, and it was like obviously with all the stuff that happened, like it, we regressed for a little
Right.
bit, but. I think PK's energy and the culture he's building is crazy. Like
Yeah.
being a part of teams and stuff. Like I've only been a part of like losing teams like in baseball wise, like not in college but like in pro ball. So like you can see the difference. Like I was with the Yankees in a winning organization in the minor leagues. It's like you can see that culture and like what PK's like been able to do like with what we got like this year with the injuries and everything. Like I think it's awesome, and I think it's very, very sustainable when you have a culture like that. Like how to recruit, who to recruit, and they come in and it's like they're bought in. Like
Right.
we think we could beat the Lakers, 100%. These guys think they could beat the Lakers.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, the Lakers play right now. I don't know, man. I might take them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're watching from afar, obviously, as the coaching search is going on. Who is your guy, and like how much doubt did you have? Like, was there doubt creeping in your mind? Like, it's okay. I think it's okay to say this stuff, right? Like, just because
We're on the other side of it now.
Yeah,
Like,
just
we all
100%.
Yeah,
Right.
like a little bit of believing. Yeah.
being on the other side, I think that a lot of people were like, let's get Jay Wright. Let's get like what the same names that are thrown out every time. And when it ends up being Pat Kelsey, it's not, he wasn't a household name before coming to Louisville. So like, what's the thought process there?
Like for me personally, it was
Be
like,
honest.
it was like a sticker shock.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm like, who is this guy? Like, all right, let's go look him up. Let's go check him out. But my biggest thing is like, I know Josh Hurd, like, and I'm like, you know, Josh being under, like, with Tom and stuff, and that administration, like, I have full faith in Josh. And
Josh has got to support
and
Josh.
to make that right, and to make that right
Josh
hire.
has got to stick together, man.
I mean, obviously, at first, I think it was like, I think it's 50-50. Like, it was a 50-50 split with the fans. Like, you know, like, kind of like, who is this guy? Like, what is this? Like, but, I mean, if you do your research and you look what this guy's done, what PK's been able to do everywhere he's been, like, he's a winner. Like, and it's like, how's he not going to win here? And it's like, look at what we've got now. It's awesome. It's sick.
Yeah, and we're all like from here, so we know what it looks like to be a Louisville coach, the energy the fan base has, the type of people we are.
There's a standard.
Right, but you get the video this week of Pat riding down Dixie Highway, throwing the double L's up. If that's not the most Louisville thing I've ever seen in my entire life, I mean, he like totally understands the environment here, the culture. And I think like a lot of coaches would have walked in, and a lot of coaches probably didn't want the job because of the uphill battle that they saw. Just the mindset that he walked in here of like, this is Louisville. Like, we're going to have a standard, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the people back in the arena, and we're going to make them enjoy this. And we're not just going to say it. Like, we're going to do it.
No,
you know?
he appreciates Louisville. Like, he appreciates Louisville basketball.
Right. It's like we're not getting blamed
He
for
knows.
anything.
He knows what Louisville basketball means to people like us growing up here. Like I said, I've been a fan since I was a little kid. Like, Like, we don't have like the Lakers. We don't have the Cavaliers here.
Right.
Like, we've got Louisville basketball, Louisville football. Louisville athletics is like what I grew
Louisville
up
baseball?
watching.
I mean,
yeah, my bad.
Yeah, right.
But no, for real, man. Like, that's what I grew up was a Louisville sports fan.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Like, people around here, you gotta like we appreciate it more.
Right. And with this team, the thing we've been talking about a lot on our show, your show, sorry, I should say, not ours, that's you, man, is the ability to be a chameleon week to week, game to game, winning in different ways, different players stepping up, doing things that, like Javon Hadley, not having a great scoring game, so he's going to go rebound the ball. Terrence Edwards is going to play a great defensive game if he's not scoring. Chucky Hepburn is going into 9 straight games with 7 or more assists. This team understands what it takes to win, man. Like, winning has just felt so like fleet of foot the last few years. Like, no matter how hard you try, it's just difficult. It looks difficult. When you win, it doesn't look pretty. You're like, man, whatever, we got the dub. This one, it's just like, it's a fun, infectious style of basketball.
The boys are a product of the culture, bro.
That's right, man.
Well, they have this next man up mentality. Like, especially after all the injuries, super unexpected at the beginning of the season, they kind of had to hit the reset button, and already multiple games into the season, restart and figure out how to make it work, and they've made it work.
Yeah. I mean, they're a couple of injuries away from calling Josh to see if he's got more eligibility to
Really?
come back and play, right? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
There was at one point, you got big guys going down from injuries and just different things where it's like, all right, he's going to have to go call Jeff Brom and ask for a couple of offensive linemen to be walk-on big men, right? For him to glue this team together, it tells the story of his belief in them, that just because we're down 2, I'm not going to walk in my head down and think our season's over. But it's truly the next man up situation, and the belief in each player to do more than what's being asked and what's required.
You know what they call that? Power of the unit.
Oh, I've heard that a time or two.
25 strong.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do all the Pat Kelsey.
Yeah, I just need all the Pat Kelsey-isms all night long.
Well, we got a game coming on here.
Yeah, and this is a tough one, man.
Now, I will say, Noah Waterman is out. So we talked about, coming into this week, Jacob and I previewed the game, and I said that, Noah Waterman being a factor in this game could be, a huge kind of, X factor or, a key piece, right? And, so he is not playing tonight. So
What's wrong with him? His thumb?
Yeah, so he had thumb surgery. We speculated after the EKU game? I don't know.
I think it was after the Kentucky game. If I'm not mistaken, I saw that brace on the game winner at EKU. So I think sometime in those two or three games, Pat said early December he had surgery. So I mean,
talk about some people that we need to watch tonight for SMU. So obviously Boopy Miller stands out, and then there's a guy. I mean, to me, the X factor for SMU has got to be Matt Cross.
Oof.
So Louisville fans who are, tuning in and haven't, followed SMU very much, yes, it is that Matt Cross that plays for SMU. And yes, he is very good, having a very efficient season. One of the, top players in the conference, according to Ken Palm.
Yeah.
So a name to watch, especially because, I'm assuming that he'll be guarded by Terrence Edwards or one of Louisville's wings. So that'll be an interesting battle to watch for sure.
There's a lot of good matchups, man.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very up and down game. Like, they're just going to run.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I expect
Well,
this to go.
so SMU pushes the pace, right? So top 50 pace in the country. So that's something to watch tonight. Does Louisville try to match that without the depth of Waterman? I mean, really, you have Frank Anselmibe can come in and give you 5 to 7 minutes, but outside of that, you're basically running a 7-man rotation. So that'll be, something interesting to watch tonight. Obviously, as you're watching live with us, Andy Enfield is the coach for SMU now. You remember him back at Lob City, Florida Gulf Coast. There you go, perfect. I had 3 units on Louisville winning the tip, so we're already off to a great start.
I'm here for that, man. I'm here for that.
Yeah, some shady Chinese back alley deal, but
Hey, however you got to get it done.
all right.
All right. It's all right. Look, man.
Not the best start.
They don't turn the ball over a whole lot, so I feel very confident that that's going to be. Let's just get the pregame. We're in Dallas jitters out now.
I'm sure that's not an easy place to play.
No, I feel like that place got to be rocking right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say playing in the Yum, it's a special atmosphere because it's just such a great arena to be in, and when the fans pack that place out. I mean, I've gotten to go to a bunch of games this season, but do a lot of fan interviews pregame for content for Floyd Street Media, and it's been really cool hearing about the fans that are just so excited to get in the arena.
Let's go.
There when
There
the
we
doors
go.
open, and then the students,
Yeah.
they say how Coach PK, he's walking around campus, recruiting students to come to the games,
Yeah.
and they're like, we're trying to get front row down
Yeah.
there, so we gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't have time for an interview.
When we were students, the 3 of us, that was the norm
the vibe.
game to game,
Right.
right? If you were down in the lower level, you had to get there as early as you could to get your seat. There was no worry about how far the game was or who they were playing, you were there, right?
Yeah.
It was the place to be. And I think the Villains, the student group, have done a great job of bringing that culture back this season. The umbrella hats over the weekend for rain, fantastic. That's grade A content right there from a student fan base that is totally in lockstep with the basketball team. So
My brother Rain out there getting buckets.
yeah, I'm here for it, man.
So as someone that isn't from Louisville, you mentioned the Villains.
Yeah.
What's the tradition behind that? It's the student
Yeah. It is
led group?
It is the I'm going to say fraternity sorority of fans, but it is the group of diehard student basketball fans and football fans and any sport that are active at the game, want to be a part of creating a raucous environment, really giving you that student environment that you see from the SEC and the Big Ten, right? These big schools where, you go to the arena and 70-80% of the fans are students, right? That's not the case here in Louisville. So for them, they already are kind of behind the 8 ball and have to be louder, more impactful. And there's up and downs with it every couple of years, but seems like they're back in full force.
Winning cures everything.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot easier to have fun in the student section when you have
A team
lot
that's
more to cheer
competing.
for, right?
Yeah, a team that's competitive.
What do we think so far,
That's
guys?
a kickball right there.
Yeah, it seemed like
that's
a kickball. But
Terrence Edwards wanted that kickball call. He's still mad about it, man.
oh boy.
All right,
So
let's go. Yeah,
defensively in lockstep so far.
we got to call that at some point. Okay, all right. I mean, early, man, but oh.
Yeah, so a big thing that I've noticed defensively for Louisville, and there you go, you see SMU getting out on a
I mean, they're
SMU
letting them
looks
play,
terrible.
man. Oh
This
my
is-
goodness, they're letting them play.
This is some old school Diggy style officiating here, but I was curious. SMU's big man is 7'2". Obviously, Louisville likes to play a lot smaller.
Well, when they do that, that's
Yeah,
what's
that's
open for you.
huge.
There's
Huge
2
for
plus
Chucky
Chucky
there.
threes right
2
there,
plus
man.
Chucky threes. We already got a quarter of the parlay.
There you
The
go.
Crazy part.
Yeah, so let's talk about a little parlay action.
Yeah, we got some parlays going.
We got the
So-
crackhead
yeah,
parlay,
yeah.
and that's what I call those. I call those the crackhead.
Yeah,
parlays.
man.
All right. Well, while you guys dig into your bets, I'm
Let's hear
gonna
it.
step out, but I'll be back in no time.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful.
And Boopy, I mean, they can't get a bucket around the rim to save
Yeah.
their lives.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Goodness gracious.
Woo! I don't know what the numbers are so far on inside of 3 feet, but SMU
It's
is
not-
not shooting a
not
very
high.
good percentage
They
so
look
far.
like Angel Reese out there trying to make a layup.
Look, it's called padding stats, man. You know, you got to do what you got to do
Right,
early
you're
to get
right,
the
you're right.
triple double laid. You got to get the foundation going.
Let's talk parlay. And if what my wife is watching, it was a free bet thing. I'm not spending our grocery money.
There you go.
So we got Chucky Hepburn, T plus 3-pointers made, already checked off the list.
Look at Matt Cross getting on
Get
the
on
floor.
the floor.
Matt Cross is
I
always
miss
willing to
Matt
get on the
Cross so
floor.
much. I would love. He fit perfect on this team.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Where did he transfer from?
So
UMass.
he came from UMass to SMU, but had been with Louisville for I think Max last year here.
I'm saying he come out of high school, committed to us? Or?
No, he went to Miami first.
That's all right.
Started there and then came
Yeah,
to Louisville.
obviously
for
the
1 year.
Miami, Louisville, UMass, SMU connection. I mean, if you can't.
He's
He
chasing
can't
that.
map
He's
that
chasing
out.
that bag.
I mean,
Right,
in
so
this
we
day and age, man.
perfect time to talk parlays at the commercial break. Chucky 2 plus 3-pointers made. Chucky 7 plus assists has happened in the last 8 games.
Yeah.
Javon Hadley 7 plus rebounds and Rain Smith 12 plus points because they won't give us freaking Rain Smith 3-pointers.
No.
I don't know
I
why.
like
of
that.
course
What
not.
kind of odds you got on that?
So we boosted that thing, but
I kind of like that. It's kind of nice.
it was plus 575. We boosted up to 863.
Look at you,
How
man.
about
That's
that?
immortal.
How about that?
immortal.
No, we had a nice little weekend.
Yeah.
A nice little
I'm
weekend.
telling you, the Chucky Hepburn 6 plus 7 plus assists.
Yeah,
So you
Things
think
every
you
time.
think you guys use FanDuel, DraftKings? What do you guys use?
DraftKings, yeah.
So you think they got a bad line?
What do you mean by that?
Like you think the line's bad? Like are you hammering the line because you think
No,
it's bad,
no.
or-
See, I don't touch the line ever. That's too emotional for me.
Yeah, right. So,
No, I'm saying like they're like over under for Chucky. Like
so
you think
that-
it's bad.
You can go one way or another. You can do the over under, or you can go straight in and pick where you want to go number wise, right?
Mhm.
So,
So like you
Slide,
can move
yeah.
it down to like
Yeah,
4
yeah,
assists
slide,
and minus
right.
like 350.
Right.
but they're gonna cap you at some point, right? Because they know whether it's
You can
plus
just lay
1,000
the
Chucky Hepburn's-
juice and hammer it.
Chucky's gonna hit 2 assists, and then if I go find 4 or 5 other things that are likely to happen and stack that, I'm gonna make my money.
It's like betting LeBron to score 10 points. Like it's gonna happen.
Right, they're not gonna give you the option to do that, right? So,
Minus
Do we have
1500.
do we have comments live? By the way, we could totally read through some comments if we have people on the stream.
they're telling you
is
to
that
take,
allowed?
telling you to
Allowed
take
do
your
that?
shirt off.
Is it turned off? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good with that. All right. Very good. So I see Brady Brum is at SMU.
Yeah,
Uh,
because remember he's
well, it's
Brady
the
Brown
most.
Waterman.
Well, from what I'm told, that is the most famous person to be in that arena since George W. Bush.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yeah. So the last time Louisville played at SMU, it was an iconic game, right? Because
That was the flu game, right?
it was the Russ Smith flu game.
Yeah.
He was thrown up in a trash can on the sidelines and then just like coming in and hitting a 3 off of one leg. But yeah, that was the most. See, that's what I expected tonight to be. And then whenever Louisville plays in a road game, just out of curiosity, I check and see what the get-in price was.
Yeah.
How much do you think it costs to get in this game tonight?
$7.
$12.
$3.
Oof, I wasn't too far off.
Not trying to like throw shade at SMU by,
No,
by
but,
any
I mean,
means.
So
That's
basically,
the-
this environment's not electric.
I don't know. I mean, I think they have a solid
depend.
environment there. I wouldn't say that. Like, they have a good student section, but like, I don't think it's, from the pictures I've seen, it's not.
They're a
like it's-
football school,
Yeah, they're a football school now, apparently.
and they don't have a baseball team.
They don't have a baseball team like at all.
They do not have a
I
baseball.
did not know
program.
that.
My
How
buddy,
is that
my
possible?
buddy I played with this year, he's from Dallas. He's like
Mhm.
real smart dude. He went to Texas, like valedictorian dude. He's like, I'm going to start a baseball program at SMU and get the NIL because there's so much oil money in Texas.
Mhm.
I'm like, it's pretty smart, bro.
That is pretty smart, actually.
Where, before they start going, where was your favorite place to travel, game-wise?
College and pros.
Well, that's a good
I mean, Clemson's really cool.
Yeah.
Clemson was awesome playing there. I mean, it's just like so classy, so traditional, and their fans are cool. Like I've even heard like their football fans are like so respectful. It's just the South, It's like there's some good people there. So I like going to Clemson, and then baseball wise, or like professional wise,
Mhm.
I liked playing in Miami. Honestly, I mean the park is whatever, but I love the city.
Yeah, I can
Fair
imagine
enough.
that's a good time. Nice night out in South Beach is 3 right here. Oh,
Ooh.
man.
Chuckle, he
Look,
check there.
I do love, though, the willingness to shoot that. Like, there was no hesitancy.
Yeah, on the
He's
green
3
light.
threes, he's
Yeah.
gotten in the flow of the offense, knocked down 2 of them. I mean, you can't ask for, especially coming off of a bad shooting game.
Where do you think he ranks in point guards at Louisville?
Oh, man, that is a tough question. I definitely think that he's the best Louisville's had since Peyton Siva. Like, I mean,
Cap.
yeah. No.
No.
Why? Why not? Why not?
He ain't better than Terry.
Point guard? Like
Terry
we're talking
Rozier?
point guard.
He better than Terry?
I would say we're talking about
More
Donovan.
point guard.
Okay,
for
like
sure.
like facilitating.
Yes. Now, if we're just talking guards, I mean,
All right,
Donovan
guard.
Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what I
Johnson.
I'm talking
Yeah.
lead guard.
Let's go. What a
Like
pass.
true point guard.
True point guard.
That's fair, that's
best
fair.
passer, best floor general.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed with him.
Yeah. No, he has been so much fun to watch.
He's tight.
Yeah.
And you don't start every game in your career at a school that goes to the tournament essentially every single season and then leave to come to school unless you feel really confident that you can dominate.
Yeah.
And I mean, in my opinion, he's all ACC first team.
I mean,
he's been so good.
He's been unbelievable.
Guys, I just like to point out.
He's top 5. He's top 5 for sure.
I'd like to point out that we're 5 minutes into this game and there's not been a foul called, and that this has been a very aggressively played game. But that plays into Louisville's hands really well.
Let's go. That is,
We were 1 point favorite.
yeah, I think he got up to 2.
Got
right?
up to,
Yeah,
got up to
right
2 at some
2.
point today.
Yeah.
I saw, according to ESPN's bottom line, was minus 1.5 wrestling. There you go. There's a foul.
I did. I will.
I
say
agree
that.
with you. I'm going to take that back because I did say point guard. So
You did,
I
but
agree.
I if you're talking guards though, so the thing is we're as younger folks we're going to be like skewing towards the recency bias, right? There's a lot of great guards that came like way
Yeah.
before we were born,
Oh,
fans,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So if
yeah.
you're talking grand scheme of things, like I feel like I'm not the guy to answer that question. But
No, that's fair. lately.
in my lifetime, I mean, you talk about point guards. I mean, I feel like the face of that is Peyton Siva.
Peyton was
and
awesome.
who else? Who are some of the other great point guards that we've had? I mean,
Edgar Sosa, Taekwon Dean.
yeah, and I mean, we've
I
had
mean,
some
I'm
good
just
ones
trying
too,
to-
right? Like
Preston Knowles.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of.
Yeah,
Again, you get into that
Those were the
concept,
OG
what's the point
teams. Those
guard?
were-
Yeah, then
Right.
what do you?
Harley Jones.
Yeah, well,
Harley's
and
nasty.
and that's where the conversation turns to me. You know, like I initially posed that question about a month ago, and Jake brought up that he thought that Harley Jones was a better point guard than Chucky.
Man, they've missed. Sorry, to cut you
I
off.
think
He's
they're
missed
so.
like
I think
3 or
they're
4
so.
dunks.
They're very comparable.
What
But
is-
I mean, SMU is determined to not make a point, make a basket inside the circle tonight. I mean, I don't have I've got to pull the box score up. I feel so lost. So normally when I'm watching games at home,
Yeah, why are you not taking notes?
I have a.
I thought you were gonna take.
I am the man that goes with a stat book to the game and takes his own stats.
Oh, you're dialed.
I track the stats because it helps me remember everything, like absorb. Like
Yeah, and you
how
talk
go-
about it
Yeah,
too,
right,
yeah.
exactly, right.
Yelled at clouds today, old
So
man.
I'm struggling tonight, not having my stat broadcast box score in front of me.
Yeah, but to
You
be
should have
fair,
brought it. You should have
I
brought
should. It's
it
in
on.
my
Got it locked
man,
in.
I
That's
know,
what you
man.
do.
How do you? So I can't stat broadcast it during the game because then I'm going to be 2 plays behind.
Yeah,
At all
yeah.
times.
Yeah, well, it does help with my anxiety to be a little bit ahead of the broadcast, so that way I know it's coming.
When it's a close game.
Yeah, right. I try to not check it. My wife gets on me all the time for spoiler alerts and stuff like that with the game.
That's kind of messed up.
It's the worst part about the streaming
like
services. I got YouTube TV and it's awful. You can't even. You
Come on,
can't.
can I?
Man,
Let's go.
All right, what's our Chucky Hepburn assist count? We got to keep that rolling.
Okay, we
tonight
gotta keep it
because
rolling.
We got to get to 7. We got to
Put
get
up
to
a live
7. I
tracker
think
on
we
the
got
screen. Let's
6
go.
plus on the bets, but we got to get to 7 for the sake of this record,
Can we
man.
put that on the screen, Jamie? Let's see here.
I think he's at least got 2 with a deflection there, man. Look, they're active, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
this
we're-
defense looks
We're
They are
shooting
active.
We're 4 of 6 from 3. If we make 10 threes, we're gonna beat them by 20.
Great
Oh,
pass
man.
from Chuck.
Oh man, is that the first foul? No, 'cause shot
They
free throws,
they
right?
didn't.
They call foul?
We got 2 and 1 here, and there's no foul called there.
Yeah.
Of course.
Vision. Look at this. Best since Peyton Siva. I mean,
Jacob, you roll in the Dallas, Texas, okay? It'll make them tougher than that.
He's so good.
he is so much fun to watch too.
Yeah.
And he seems like, I mean, I've done one interview with him, and so, it's really easy to say that he seems like a good dude after doing that, but he genuinely seems like a great dude.
I can't imagine what you're gonna say about me.
Yeah. And you should see the text I'm already sending to everybody, man. I'm like, I had this baseball. He said he was a baseball player.
So we have 2 assists for Chucky Hepburn
Okay.
and 3 for Terrence Edwards so far.
Oh, okay.
How about
All right. Well, the 2+ Terrence Edwards assist has already hit for me then.
There you go.
We're rocking and rolling.
Fat's kind of cooking.
Yeah, a lot of pick and roll.
What's your all's expectation for this team in the tournament? Like, what do y'all got? What do y'all think they about to do?
Look, I mean, it's all like everything is matchup based when you get to the tournament, and I feel like the way college basketball works, and I'm sure college baseball is the same way, like who is peaking in January is not who is peaking in March, right? And late February. So
Chuck, get this ball back. That's good right there.
that's a
We're
third
gonna
three of the
blow
game. He's
that.
3 for 4 of
We're gonna
shooting
blow
from
that
downtown.
out.
Yeah, man, this is
Chill out.
yeah.
Blow. I don't know. Blow out.
They're taking him to a timeout here, but oh man,
Matt Cross getting
Yeah.
smacked.
good.
They're getting smacked. I like our start. I like our spot.
So tournament, I think they absolutely could be a team that goes to a Sweet 16, Elite 8, maybe further if they get the right matchups. I think the big thing for them is just going to be with the depth, right? I mean, they're down to, playing 7, 8 guys. And I'm curious, maybe you can answer this if you all had a situation like that in baseball where you all lost a bunch of pitchers or whatever, infielders. But for them, depth-wise, to go and win, what is it? You got to win 7 games, right, in 3 weeks, or 6 games in 3 weeks. That's a tall task. But, I mean, you get them, you say they're theoretically, without a late season kind of downward trend, they're going to be like a 5, 6 seed, right?
Yeah.
So the first round matchup is going to be a tight one with a team that's probably looking for that 12-5 upset that you see every year.
Sure.
But I mean, I think that they have the grit and the tenacity to win, and these guys have all played in the tournament, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like they've all been. It's not as if this is a team
It's
that's
not
full
foreign to them to win games. And
Right,
to compete.
right, exactly. You had, I mean, heck, James Madison last year with Fat Edwards, beat Wisconsin with Chucky Hepburn, right? Then they upset them. So
Yes.
these guys, they have tournament familiarity, and that's going to play a big thing. And then, Josh, the other thing is, dude, like, going back to Chucky, like, that's the guy you want leading your team in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm a big fan.
I got a lot of
I
confidence.
really think I've been so impressed. Like I said, I've been so impressed watching him play.
You look across this lineup right now. Chucky, 4-year starter. Started all 3 years of Wisconsin.
yeah,
Hasn't not started a game in his career.
Come
man.
And he, they were knocked out by Terrence Edwards' team last year,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they
No,
cannot buy
there's a
a
foul.
bad
Yeah,
seed.
there's the foul, though, that, I knew that was coming.
Javon Hadley won a game at Colorado in the NCAA tournament last year.
Yeah.
Who else we got on the floor? Boubacar Traore played for Long Beach State.
They went to the tournament.
They were in the
coach
tournament.
that got fired.
The most
and then-
unbelievable story of all time. They fire their coach, and then the coach takes them to the tournament.
I mean, insane, right?
That's
So
nuts.
That literally happened. And then James Scott played for
Yeah.
College Charleston. Rand Smith played for College Charleston. So, with all that in mind, plenty of tournament experience. Now, winning tournament experience is a different story.
Mhm.
So, but it's like you said, Jacob. You win one, and all of a sudden things can open up for you, right? Like for instance, in the bracketology that somebody was throwing out there today, they had Louisville as a.
Look at that effort, man. Look at
I
that
love that.
effort. That is what I'm talking about right there. That Pat's putting that on the tape to show the team tomorrow. That is
Yeah.
purely effort getting that steal. Sorry.
Come on, Kadir. No,
You're
good.
used to that, me cutting you off, man.
I love him.
Yeah.
doing it.
Another
Oh,
one.
dude.
That's a
Do it. Oh, Chuck.
and look, you talk about
Look at that.
Traore got fouled, getting the
No,
rebound,
one
man.
more.
Fat really just passed up wide open Rain Smith to take that. That will also come up on the tape, Jacob.
He's
I'll
a
tell you
blur and can't make a
I
layup.
cannot believe that they're missing this quantity
Yeah.
of shots. This is
So, okay, take me back while we got a second.
Yeah,
Baseball.
go ahead.
Did y'all have a year where you all had a lot of injuries, or Coach McDonald had to maybe you had a? I mean, I know obviously every year you have injuries, right?
yeah.
But
They
did
put
you
Josh
have
in
to?
the starting lineup and he hit a home run. He already told us. that.
Right, he's a great batter,
Yeah.
right?
No hitting for me.
Was there like a year you remember specifically where y'all had like a lot of?
We were honestly
issues?
pretty fortunate. We were pretty healthy. Like,
Yeah.
Our team, my sophomore year, I think we were like the number 2 or 3 national seed. Like we won every series. It was our first year in the ACC.
Yeah.
Won every series in the ACC. I think we only lost like 1 or 2 games in the ACC that year. It was like unheard of. Like we had a good run, but I mean our team was crazy. I mean we didn't know though like how good I think we actually were, but like we knew we were good. But like I'm saying like as pros, like I mean like Will Smith, Corey
Right,
Ray,
right.
like
How
Drew
good
Ellis,
everybody's
Brendan
been,
McKay,
yeah.
Kyle Funkhauser. It's like the list goes on and on
Yeah.
and on. It's like
Yeah.
I mean all of, like we had so many first rounders. We had the Birdie brothers. And,
Right.
I mean it's like it was a legit like core group, but it's like dude we're just like hanging out at Cardtown like everybody else and just going
Yeah.
to class and like playing baseball, like just having fun and like just like turning up, and we were
Yeah.
like doing good. Like, it was awesome. So, I mean, that's what we were doing. It was fun, and we were just winning games, and everything was going good. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, we lose in the Super Regional that year to Cal State Fullerton. Awful. What an awful.
That was
awful,
foul.
awful.
It was a foul ball. Right? It was a foul ball, right?
It's so crazy because I was acting like a fool out there, like doing crazy, going nuts. I'm all freaking out, like whatever. So like I go to pro ball and like meet these guys, and they're like from like their conference or like they're out west, and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy. Like you're the dude that was like going crazy out there." I'm like, "Yeah, that was me. It's really embarrassing." Like, I'm not trying to be like that, but they're like, "Oh, I think it was a foul ball." I'm like, "I know it was foul. I know that ball was foul
it
for
was
sure.
definitely foul.
100%." Nick Solak too. Shout out to him. That's my boy.
Yeah. Just low.
We were good. We had crazy teams. It was fun, man. It was really cool. So, I mean, just so much talent. Like, again, like Coach Mack just had us so like humble and like locked into like what we were doing, like the culture of just like our team. It's so crazy looking back on it because like professional baseball and like the professional world is just like so much more like. Obviously, it's about the team, but it's so much more individualized. Like you're playing for like your check, your money, like your time. Obviously, you want the team to win. Like team wins, everybody eats. Like it's better.
Sure.
But like when you're on like these losing environment teams, it's like, all right, like how do you like separate yourself from like this losing mentality or like the complacency of just like being there?
Yeah.
Like that's what like separates people. I feel like, and not saying like I've done that. Obviously, I've had a very mid career, but like. I've hung around for a while, like, and I would give credit to like Coach Mack and like the university, like how they like mold us into like taking care of yourself and like just the routine of like they set you up for success, and it's been really cool.
I do want to correct you though. You were one of the star players on a fantastic Louisville baseball team, and you played in the MLB for 5 years. So I don't want to hear your crap. You're an okay baseball player.
Well, I'm saying like compared to Will.
Yeah.
I mean, Will's got 140 million. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's all comparative. It's all relative.
Right.
I've had a good career and I've done well, but like I'm not done like as well as like some of these dudes.
Sure.
Like, it's like it's
Right.
cool. I'm happy. I'm successful. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You're on LinkedIn, is what you're saying.
I'm about to be.
You're throwing something else other than sports, man.
I'm about to be.
Hey, I got all kinds of advice for you for the job front.
Oh yeah, we can hook you up. How old are you?
30.
30?
Hit the 3-0, and
There you go.
you're a papa now, man.
Yeah, my
Dad.
dad, new dad. My little girl Nellie was just born. My wife, so she's at home with her. 13 days old or something like that
Can you
today.
support this jobless man with? Somebody please. help
Oh
him
my
out.
gosh.
No, that's fantastic. I would love to be able to make my resume and be like,
Played 5 years in the major leagues.
No, but you got to turn like professional.
Yeah.
You're only perfect twice, when you're born and when you create your resume. So when we are creating your resume for you, we got to come up with like some. You should just put in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I have.
People
I've
just
been
BS
grinding.
these
I've been
days.
grinding on it. I don't know. It's weird. Like I've got like, I could just talk about baseball. Like, but nobody wants to hear about that. No, nobody.
I bet you they do.
Well, maybe.
Lob.
James Scott.
Man.
So that's 3 assists for Chucky, right?
All right, the assist counter.
Put
Yes.
it up there, Jamie.
Yeah, 3 plus assist. I'm here for it. And that lob is there 7 out of 10 times. I mean, they've missed it most recently. Oh, that's a charge, yeah. Man, these refs. Okay.
That's good.
I didn't think they were going to
Yeah,
call
I
that
thought
for a
they were
second.
gonna
Man.
let
I'm
it.
here for this. This is it.
That
This
is
is about the best
SMU's
start.
second foul. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Matt Cross really going for the 1970s NBA look with the high socks and the curls, man.
He was trying to put on because he was playing his old team today.
He definitely
I don't know.
look good, play good is how he thought coming into the arena tonight.
Matt Cross looks like every 17-year-old at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I really do like him though. I can't.
I love Matt
There's the
Cross.
lob
Let's
again.
go.
There's 4 assists.
James,
Chucky
put your
Hepburn.
chin
Who do you
on
need
the
to score
rim,
12
sir.
points?
Who was that?
Rain?
Hadley?
Rain or Hadley? Yeah.
Oh, it was Rain.
Yeah,
It was Rain.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And I don't think Rain's hit a 3 yet, has he?
No, they ain't letting him shoot.
Yeah. There goes Matt Cross, man. Versatile player.
Come on, Matt.
He was a headline generator when he was here, and for
Oh.
none of the right reasons. The short every time.
Let's see. All right, so we had 12 plus for Rain. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I don't. Does he have any points?
I think he's at 0.
Man, it's not a good
Offense.
strategy for SMU. They can't score from outside and they can't score from inside. So it's,
Yeah, that's
it's
not-
looking
not
good for
good.
them.
I can't believe this team's 14-4.
Right. Yeah, it's not.
I mean, they have the talent. I think that Louisville has taken SMU, if you want some game analysis here, I think Louisville's taken SMU out of their rhythm a little bit, right? I mean, like they just scored 117 points in the last game. At this point in the last game, they had like 35, 40 points.
Well, and you get
They've also missed 30 layups, too.
right. I was gonna say you get confidence from hitting layups, right? That'd be like throwing your fastball and the first 4 are high and outside. You're like, all right, this isn't going well.
It's gonna be a long
right.
day.
It's gonna be a long day when you're getting into the paint. I mean, the first 5 possessions of the game, SMU was in paint, could not score.
Yeah. What are we reviewing here? We are volumeless. What is it, like a hook and hold situation here? Let's see what we got.
Oh, the back screen. Yeah, can't do that.
Gave him a little booty bump.
Yeah, turn around.
That is not
All
a
right.
small man right there.
No.
Big Y is what we decided to call him. I sent you the pronunciation today.
21-10. Okay, I like this. 11 points. The spread was 2, +2 for Louisville, right? And I always said.
We were plus? No,
Yes.
we were -2.
No, Louisville was +2.
We were a dog?
Yes. Yes.
Should've
Right?
matched. Should've
Yeah,
matched.
oh yeah,
Should've
we're
matched.
bigger underdogs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, underdogs in this one. On the
Look,
road.
I'm not counting SMU out, guys.
No.
This is-
Well, and they get going so fast. Like they run. You've obviously seen Boopy Miller as a blur, as the guard,
We just
just
got
getting straight there.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
What is going on?
yeah, I'm not quite sure what.
Oh, we got some walking
just
through
walked
the
right
middle.
into
Oh,
Oh,
got some
okay.
John up. Is that Matt Cross?
No,
No, it's
that
like
is
7
the big
footer.
man. Yeah, he tried to
Big
hit him
Y.
with a little shin as he walked by. See, I'm not about that, man. You can't. And then keeps walking. That's soft. That is soft, man. You see Frank in the background
What's
getting ready
his
to come
name?
in.
How do you even pronounce that?
Okay, so hold on. I sent it to Jacob earlier. This is
We-
actually what I was just looking at.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to
Let's
try.
see. Yigitolu. Yigitolu. That's right.
Where's
Yeah.
he from?
Now you're asking a lot of questions, Josh.
Sure. Too many questions.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I think like Turkey. Is that what I want
Yeah,
to say?
I mean-
Or yeah.
yeah, not to be.
No, I'm fairly certain that that's correct. But I.
All right. So I think, coming out of this kind of like an ATO type of situation.
Yeah.
I think this absolutely calls for Ram 77 Ghost, Oklahoma reject away, get Miami Gaggle throwback.
Yeah, that's
If
definitely
you,
what I'm calling.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for a play coming
That's
up
the
here-
play
Is that
call.
from Jeff Brown?
I was about to say on 3, ready break.
Yeah. Here we go. Look, man,
That's been tight too. One thing I've seen from PK is like the out of bounds plays and coming out of timeouts is
Yeah.
crazy good.
I mean, it is.
Their sets are legit.
It's one of the best things about him from a coaching standpoint. I mean,
Their
they
sets are legit.
their sets are so good out of bounds. And the thing is it's like, all right, I'm looking at this offense. You're gonna probably go option 1, Rain Smith. Then you're gonna have Chucky, whatever, right? Even when they know it's Rain Smith, they still get it. Like they still draw it up and execute and get it. I
They
mean,
ran a
that's-
couple plays against Virginia. I was watching it. I was there. I'm just like, man, like you can just tell how much they've practiced. Like their attention to detail is crazy with the way they're executing this stuff. It's legit.
Yeah. Oh man. There's the
He's-
7 foot.
I
There's the
just
impact of the
checked.
7 foot.
He
too,
is
big
from
man.
Turkey. I just
Okay.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay. So I don't feel
That's
so.
good. That's good.
Matt Cross. Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
Getting on the floor. Look,
there you go, Rain.
Frank, no, that was Frank, man.
That
I'm
was
pretty sure
Frank.
Frank just
So
knocked
Frank-
that away.
Rain
What?
knocked it
That was
out
Oh,
from
okay.
behind,
All
I
right.
believe.
It looked like Frank got him. And
Let's
like I said, man, you're
see.
good for
Ooh, Chuck a little.
you're good for a good 3 to 4
There you go,
rebounds
Big Frank.
every time Frank comes in, man.
More.
All Frank does is grab
Yes,
it.
there it is. There's your 3. Got
There it is. There it
Nice.
is.
So nice,
What's the?
bro.
What's
He
the?
is
Oh, that
so
wasn't
nice.
Chucky on the assist. I think
Nah,
that was.
He's
was
from
that Fat?
Australia, right?
He's from
He's from
Tasmania.
Tasmania.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I looked it up.
No,
It's,
I think
it's
it's
an
Australia,
island
but I
off
don't
the
know.
coast of Australia.
Okay.
It's about the size of Kentucky, roughly.
Really?
Yeah. So I said Florida, not
Yeah.
the case.
Okay. Yeah.
Incorrect assumption.
He's got an absolute clip. That lefty stroke is nice. He's
It's
so
not bad. I do like, so Rain will literally change the spin on the ball depending on the shot that he's taking.
good. He's nice.
Yeah.
Watch the
I
ball
bet
hit.
he-
Oh,
I bet- In practice, he's
Man.
probably. I would love to go watch. I'm gonna go watch practice, but
Fact.
I gotta go check it out. He's got to be unbelievable in practice.
Oh, dude.
I was a high school hooper, so like I only played in high school, but
Yeah.
like it's when you put in practice, these boys are not missing. It's different. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and I guarantee you. I mean, he's already what's he shooting? Probably 40% from 3 this year, but in practice, he's clipping them.
Fun fact, Rain Smith shooting 54% in road conference games from beyond the arc.
He's leading the
There you
country
go.
in threes, right? Made.
He's pretty close. Yeah, I think he was top 3 last time we checked.
He was. I thought he was leading before the Virginia.
Good stat to
game.
check in on.
That's crazy good.
Oh goodness,
I mean,
guys.
they're
just all kinds of out of sorts.
yeah.
I'm telling y'all though, SMU, they got it in them. So,
They do,
like,
they
Louisville
do.
needs to keep pushing the pace
Yeah.
here. Like this is not. Do not need to see any let up. Like I do not want to see that 10-minute stretch where.
I'm calling it now. The alley-oop, James Scott, that's play of the game right
Okay.
there. That is a thing of beauty. That was every bit of 3 or 4 feet outside of the 3-point line when he threw that. What was it, 21-13? Is that what we had? 21?
She's back.
I'm popping in, guys.
We're a 10-point favorite now.
Okay, so word on the street is they just opened up the chat.
Okay.
So people are going to start talking. So feel free to ask questions if you want us to talk about specific players, anything like that. And then we can pull it up on our phones,
Yeah.
one or two
How do I
of
do that?
us.
Do it.
And well, it's on X or YouTube on Floyd Street Media, and I mean, people are loving it. I mean, it's great. It's like
Gotta give people what they
a
want
fly in
then.
the wall in the living room. It's awesome.
I'm here
It's
for it.
awesome. But I wanted to talk specifically about the AP poll
Yeah.
because that is big for Louisville. I mean, having a number
Yes.
by our name,
Yeah.
25. I mean, that's big time.
There's something to be said about opening the ESPN app and not having to switch it from top 25 to ACC.
That is
Yes.
a great point.
It's like-
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
peeling. It's like peeling the sticker off an iPhone for the first time. You know?
Yeah.
I like that.
Like,
I like that. I like the one on the back of the box. That little green tab.
Mhm.
Not on the screen, but on the box. Yeah, it's the best.
yeah, it's
So
the best
good.
feeling. Besides, look, I mean, Sydney, this is the expectation here. Like, I don't want to get it twisted. And we've said this from the very beginning. We said it through the Kenny Payne era. We said it through the Mac era. We're saying it now. This is the expectation. So while it is exciting, we also don't want to see any fall off.
Yeah.
And this is where we expect to be.
Right.
And you know, I think as a city that the economy, the
Downtown.
the livelihood
Yeah.
of downtown, the livelihood of you know, our lives. Like,
Yeah. Right.
how nice am I going to be to Jacob when I wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
Like, it matters.
Yeah.
It absolutely hinges upon the success of Louisville basketball. Like Jay Cook says all the time, you know, when Louisville winning makes a big difference in your life. And it's definitely nice to say that we're sitting here and it's been, 35, 36 days since the last time Louisville lost a basketball game? Feels damn good.
I'm starting to get like a little stitches.
Well, listen,
again.
Josh had basically already said this game's over, so.
This game's cashed.
Well, I
is
guess
cashed.
I want to touch on the fact that I think a lot of it has to do with NIL. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
502
Sure.
Circle is NIL collective
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the University of Louisville. And I talk with Dan Furman, my boss here, about the importance of and how it's changing so fast and just how NIL it really matters because
Oh, sure.
with that partnership and those deals that we make, you get to bring in athletes that can win, that can
Yeah.
get you in the AP poll, that can get you into, tournament play and championships and whatever the next level is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you bring them in, and that's how you win.
100%. You just look at Ohio State. You spend $20 million on your football roster, you win a national championship.
Exactly.
What would you have done if NIL was around when you were? I mean, you missed by what, a year, 2 years?
Down. Rain Smith
Another
3,
three.
folks. 27-10.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think
no,
you're right, man.
God, no.
I think
So
you
much
might be right,
longer than
Josh.
that. When did NIL start? 2022?
Yeah.
2022?
21, 22.
7
yeah.
years.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Just about the
But,
same as
I mean,
you
I don't
just
know.
Wait,
I
hold
don't.
on. What year did you graduate?
I was here in 2014 and 15.
Okay.
I'm old, man.
I said, what was your last year? And you said 2020.
No, I graduated. I went
You
back to
graduated at
school.
20.
You asked when I graduated. I
I
graduated.
got you. Well, you can't be tricking me like that.
So
know you
I
could get
graduated high school in 13. I was here in 14 and 15.
I forgot you got educated after.
Yes.
Oh my
That was
freaking
disgusting.
goodness, I was wrong. That's the play of the game.
Yeah,
that is a
that's fantastic.
360 alley-oop dunk right there. I mean, it was kind of like a soft spin, but my goodness. And the assist count is up to 5 now, and we're in the first half, so we're one away from hitting.
Can
here
we
on
hit
the-
our
on the
parlay
bets.
in the first half?
Yeah,
Just
that's-
the rain to kind of go.
That's
bonkers
the
a little
game
bit?
within the game here. Is can you hit your parlay in the first half? That's a
Okay, so how much of SMU having 10 points 15 minutes into the game is, how much does Louisville's defense account for that, right? Like, is that the right way of saying that? Like, how much of a factor has Louisville's defense been in SMU scoring 10 points, 13 minutes into the game? Y'all didn't bring me here to add. 13 minutes into the game, right? So, how much of a factor is this?
I mean,
like, is SMU, or they...
Look at them around the rim. Louisville's making it... They're yucking it up, man. They're absolutely in there. I mean, right in their laps on every single possession. They're deflecting the ball when it goes inside of the post. They're getting on the floor. I mean, this is the effort that you expect.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out real quick to SMU's PA guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Fantastic beard.
Okay.
Yeah, next time he comes over to the scores table.
Okay, that's the fun fact I needed for tonight.
There you go.
But Cindy, to go back to your question, like I said about Chucky, right? Like, he could have stayed at Wisconsin and he could have gone to any program in the country, right? But there's obviously something here that connected, right? Circle plays a huge part of that. Historic basketball program I think a lot of smart college basketball players see, like, Louisville is very close to being back.
Yeah.
And that is...
And why wouldn't you want to be a part of that?
Right, and it's year one.
Yes.
You know what I mean, this is the first roster. This is the first go-around. There's going to be so much that they learn game to game, week to week. And as NIL evolves, like, this is a staff that at Charleston, right? Like, at one point he said he wanted Charleston to be the Gonzaga of the East when it came to college basketball. They knew as a mid-major they needed something at that school to adopt that they could own, and NIL was that. He comes here where you already have an infrastructure in place, thanks to Dan and some of the great folks with the collective. And now you can build on that, and you can do something truly special because you have a coach who understands and wants to be involved in that, wants to do what's right for the players, wants to find the right guys, not guys just that are money hungry, right? Because you see a lot of guys in the portal this year that got paid that aren't playing well. You can't say that about any one of these guys.
Right.
No, you can't say that.
That's such a good point because the transfer portal plays a huge role as well. I mean, I feel like NIL, transfer portal, it's all the buzz because it's all so new, it's constantly changing, but it really impacts teams and allows coaches to build their team piece by piece. I mean, the football transfer portal just closed and we got a lot of great pieces there for Louisville, but I mean, you look at this and you guys were talking earlier, like, we have guys from multiple schools that even played each other last year in the tournament. And so you have players that have different experiences and different skills that that Coach PK kind of pieced together and the new guys coming in, it's really cool to watch.
Yeah, when PK is the straw that stirs the drink, right? Like, he's the one, well, he and his staff, like, let's give everybody credit here. They're the ones who make this thing go. Louisville, literally the least experienced team as far as cohesion in college basketball, yet they're a top 25 team. So that says a lot about the way that, A, they're able to build the roster, and B, just the fact that they, were able to evaluate talent and make it all become this cohesive unit that you see now.
Oh my gosh, he almost made that, man.
Was that a foul?
That is an NBA play right there. That is James Harden-esque, right? When you have somebody that you realize is, like, going to run into you, just let him do it and throw the ball up, man. That's a crafty play.
He's crafty. He's got a little old man in him, and I think that's that's Coach Pepe rubbing off on him just a little bit. I mean, and there's something to be said too about Peyton Siva being on the coaching staff. No,
I love seeing my boy on the bench. That's awesome.
It's not a coincidence. I mean, you Peyton, go back to Betty Johnson, baby.
No, he was a senior.
Oh, okay, he would have been a minority too.
Yes, they were a Billy minority. I think he was gone. I think he left. Russ was still here. It was like Russ.
We don't know when you were in college at this point. It was sometime in the last 15 years.
I got the piece of paper.
You were there at the same time as us.
Yeah. Yes, we established that when we first started.
14 and 15.
Well, listen.
When did you graduate high school?
I got to know the restroom really well when I got here.
2011.
2011.
You guys are 2 years older than me.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, school-wise. Like, I'm an old soul.
Are you?
Kinda.
What kind of music you listen to?
I definitely don't listen to old music.
Okay.
I was going to say, you and Jay are going to talk about...
What?
You listen to Tweaker on the way over here?
Come on,
Been in the
course.
corner? Yeah.
Rain hit another one.
What do we got? 6 points for him?
6 points for him.
And who was that? A Chucky Hepburn assist?
That's 9.
Is that 9 points for him?
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it is.
So we got 36-17, 5 minutes to go. Can't hit a bucket around the rim.
When did you graduate from Tennessee? You just graduate?
December 23.
23. What is it? It's 25 now.
Yeah, semester early, and then I was working full time there. So
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a foul.
Yeah, and everything is short too. Oh my goodness.
Um,
What's your favorite restaurant so far that you've been to?
Here in
Yeah,
Louisville?
that you've been to in Louisville, yeah.
Volare.
Okay.
1,000%.
Okay, yeah.
Is
that's a
that?
veteran play.
is
That's a
that-
veteran play. It's fantastic.
That's a
Okay.
big, that's
Yes.
yeah.
I
Great
mean,
spot.
I went there for the first time in December, and best salmon I have ever had
It's
Okay.
good.
by
Yeah.
far.
Fantastic. I also
They do
went
a
there for
great
the
job
first
there.
time in December.
Yeah.
I got like a Maker's Mark, like rub steak. I mean, unreal. Just
They
unreal.
do a good job there.
Yeah, great food.
It's the every piece of, we got a couple appetizers and shared amongst the table, and such good flavor. The scallops were the appetizer, the featured one.
Sure.
So good. I can't say anything.
Shout out Volare.
Yeah, really.
I mean, I would say, have you been to Rock yet?
No.
Rock, so I know we have some Italians in the room. Rock. I'm asking off camera here. Is that the best Italian in Louisville?
My favorite.
Have you been there when they do the cheese thing?
Not.
Okay, so Rock is the place that's on Bardstown Road, and there's like one night a week or a month or something where they make your pasta in a giant wheel of
They got the
Parmesan
cheese wheel out.
Yeah.
Folks, we got another assist here from Chucky Hepburn. We are at assist number 7 with 4 minutes to go in the first half, and it is
Damn.
41-17.
This is fantastic.
I was gonna
Do
say,
not let up.
Yeah.
Don't let up.
we're gonna be
I'm
getting
telling
into
you
a
this-
lot
I
of.
told you this game was over.
This
Yeah,
is a
I think
team that
I
can
agree
creep-
with Josh now.
This is a team that can creep back in there. I'm just telling. I'm not saying.
Gonna
it's
go
gonna
agree
happen.
with that
All
one.
right,
man.
well, I'll give you.
I'm not saying it's
I'll
gonna
give you the
happen.
line now because it's 18.5 live.
My bookies only got it at 14.
This is such a fun feeling though to blow teams out again. Like, I mean,
That's
this
fantastic.
is 41-17.
My boys are texting
That's-
me and say, "Wow, U of L, that's crazy."
That's been us the last couple of years on the other side of that score. So this is a fantastic feeling. See, you don't know anything about like the hurt the last couple of years. You're coming in
Yeah.
at the right time.
I know.
Are you
Dang.
the like mojo swinger? Like, is that what happened here? Is that you
Shoot,
swung
maybe
your
I
mojo in
came
the right
from a
direction?
national championship baseball team. Ended my time
Yeah.
at Tennessee and just came right in here. So
Okay.
shoot, maybe I bring the good luck. Who knows?
Yeah. That's what it
The
is.
Natty champs.
Who knows?
Tony V down there got the boys going.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Shout out to
That
Tony.
I know. He's a great
Their
great
head
guy,
coach.
great
He's crazy.
coach.
He's crazy.
Does Tennessee hate Vandy as much as Louisville hates Vandy? That's pretty crazy. Those are your last
Probably.
2 schools, by the way. Not to interrupt after asking you a question. Great
Yeah.
interviewer. So you hated Vandy a lot when you were in college, right? Like, was that really a thing, or is that played up a little bit?
Honestly, like for me personally, I don't think I hated him because I was like low key, like really kind of wanted to go there, but like decided not to. But like I had so much respect for those guys. Like,
Sure.
I mean, there was like Walker Buehler was there, and my boy Jordan Sheffield was there. Like they had a lot of good, like talented players. So I think it was like a mutual respect thing. Obviously, we like wanted to beat them, and like they had like the rivalry, the barrel, all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But like, I don't know. I feel like Tennessee Vandy's probably more of like a rivalry for sure because we're like we
The
hate
split state.
You don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
have to
yeah,
worry
yeah.
about each
we
other.
don't like Kentucky,
Yeah,
so like
right.
that was more of like we don't like Kentucky, like because they think they're so good because they're in the SEC, blah blah blah, and we just
Yeah. Were you still in school when they put the road to Omaha goes through Lexington sign up in their hallway?
I don't know.
Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness, man.
They got some nice facilities now, though. They got some good stuff going, but
But that's a good joke though, that the road goes through.
Yeah, when you
they're not good.
with your big league money, when are you gonna put your name on the side of a building?
I told you I had a mid-career. So
All right, guys. I just saw a tweet.
Okay.
The CARDS chant has broken out in Dallas.
I believe
Oh
it.
boy.
I believe it.
Right
I mean,
on the street
I
as
bet.
Dan Furman started it, so
I heard
I
it.
believe it.
That's what
I bet he's
heard.
on this. I bet he's watching.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's great. Look, I mean, like, for so long, Louisville would have the games like where they went to Atlanta and a huge contingency of fans would travel to go to the Georgia Tech game, or X, Y, Z. Louisville fans, when they're good at sports, will travel. They
And
will go.
Even to the Bahamas,
Yeah.
we traveled well at the start of this season.
Yes.
So-
yeah. Heck yeah.
did you go to that?
I did not, but I was watching.
Yeah, it's sick.
So
That's cool. That's a cool tournament.
yeah. So I mean, I feel like when you have this momentum, how could you not?
Yeah.
I would have loved to gone to this game.
Yeah,
I mean, look
and
at our losses, though. I mean, we've had good, if you could say good losses, we had good losses. Like
no bad losses.
No, so I mean, we've only lost to good teams. Like
Yeah.
four SEC teams and Duke. I think
Yeah.
it was, right?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
That's correct.
The SEC. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
'cause
all right.
Oklahoma is SEC now. I'm always thrown off by that.
A little confusing.
8 assists. Look at that. That we've hit the number. So that is now
We
10
already hit it.
games in a row.
He get a double-double
7
here.
plus
9 games in a row.
assists. No, I believe this is game 10.
Is this
right?
10?
I believe this
I
would
don't
be
know.
game
Look it
10.
up.
I might be wrong.
Look it up.
I've been tracking it, but I don't have my stats in front of me, guys. So I'm really,
You know,
really
Can you
struggling.
get 'em?
I need my
Pull 'em up.
I need my full stat
You know,
tracker.
they
over here.
have-
I got to nerd out in the
They
numbers.
have these things.
You
now.
got
They do.
you got pen and paper out, writing it down.
More like digital in a Word doc on a laptop.
This
But,
dude-
I mean,
I can go grab my
I mean,
laptop.
I
if
am
you
here
need
for it.
I'm like, get this man his
Unbelievable.
stat
Yeah,
sheet.
get him going.
Yeah, I mean, look, this game, man. I could nerd out in this stat sheet right now. It's,
All right, let's hear it. We'll tell us some stuff that stands out to you, and in the comments, we
Okay.
have not prompted them in the comments.
So here we go. We got it. This is the best
Okay,
first stat I
let's
can
go.
spit out of you. Louisville has 13 made baskets to this point. How many assists do you think Louisville has?
13.
13 assists on 13 made field goals.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, when you look at the scoring, it's super spread out. You have two guys already in double figures with Hadley with 10 and Hepburn with 11.
Oh my
Rain
gosh.
Smith has 9. And the thing that I love about this is, they don't have 10 guys to play. So, the starters are going to play the rest of the – I mean, they're going to obviously get guys in. But, we're going to keep padding these stats.
We
This
need to
is
get
fun.
my boy McCool, Aiden McCool, some clock. We
Look,
need him some tick tonight. Get him in
I'm
there.
here for that. A little
Yeah,
Patrick
shout out to
Antonelli.
33.
Yeah, man.
Get him some clock tonight, Coach.
So we got 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
41-18. Louisville's leading the way.
It's a blowout in Dallas.
Yeah, Andy Enfield looks a little stressed. It's not going well for him tonight.
He looks so youthful during that run for
Yeah.
Florida Gulf Coast.
I mean,
But
dude,
it's
that
probably
was
'cause-
when we were in college, though. That was in 2013.
It wasn't that long
or
ago,
14,
Jacob.
14, I think.
That's a long time ago, man. 12 years.
Yeah.
You're getting old.
You're gonna be completely bald in 12 years. So I want
ain't
you
talking
to
about
clip
hairline.
that
That's why
when we
I got
come
a
back in
hairline.
12 years to
Trust me,
see
all
that
my
one.
best friends are already telling me to give it up, but
No, you're not there yet.
we're not doing
I think
that.
you got time.
Okay,
on
so we
that
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th game where he's had 7+ assists.
one. Okay, ninth. Okay, so
So Kendall in the YouTube chat points out, Hepburn has a good shot at breaking the 20-year-old game record for assist held by none other than Francisco Garcia. with
Wow.
15 in the 03-04 season against Murray State.
Wow.
First of all, shout out to the statistician. in the
yeah,
comments.
I
know.
Fantastic.
that is a
If you
Kelly
wanna-
Dickey
yeah,
level
That's digging
stat.
deep.
And if they want to,
Oh,
my
we
goodness.
got a wedgie. Is that what it's called? Wedgie? Yeah. Okay.
A wedge.
Is that what they call it? I don't know.
I think so. I don't know.
That's what I call it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I said it out loud, and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know
I
if
looked
that's
at y'all
right.
crazy because I ain't never heard that. Like,
Neither have I.
A wedgie.
I got that
Yeah, okay.
from an NBA pod I used to listen to
Okay.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
speaking of NBA pod, Jeff Teague's got the best NBA podcast.
so
it's
good.
not even close.
So
He's
good.
such a good storyteller.
He is hysterical.
I love
So
as
funny.
somebody who has spent the last 4 years with State of Louisville really trying to unlock the best podcast possible. I see shows like that, and I'm like, we got to find a way to do that here, and
It's-
find and that.
You gotta
type of
have somebody
charisma.
just talking
It's-
unfiltered.
Yeah,
That's
right,
the
and
thing.
that's the real challenge, man. Is
Somebody getting in front of the camera and saying,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna spill the
No.
tea.
Right.
I'm gonna spill the tea and I'm gonna say whatever, whenever, however I want. And he does it.
right.
It's so funny.
It's great, man. That's you. That could be you.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna
need the
say that.
secrets of your
No,
days
no.
in Louisville. I
Mm-mm.
mean,
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you got plenty of stories that you could tell as an athlete.
I don't know.
An unfiltered pod with Josh Rogers is exactly what I think the people need. man.
When you were at the Yankees, did you have any run-ins with George Costanza?
No.
Just kidding.
That's a
No.
good one. Oh man.
I know you're a Seinfeld watcher. How about that?
I mean, I know I'm not, but I got the joke. That was great. Oh,
A lot of cool people though. That organization was so cool. Just so much tradition, so much history, and all them dudes are around too. They're all hanging out.
yeah. How hard is it to not
Babe
like?
Ruth.
Yeah, Babe Ruth, Gary, Yogi Berra, R.I.P. to all of them. But
How hard is it to walk into a building like that and remember, like, I have a job to do? I can't just, like, be here and fan out at all the, like, legendary. Right. The
It's
Yankees
like
fans.
it's wild. Like I mean, I don't know. Like I get like kind of starstruck with some of those guys. Like you
How could
like,
you not? Yeah.
You're hanging out with like Goose Gossage, Reggie Jackson, and like it's like Mr. October. Yeah, CeCe's the best. He's like I got to know him a little bit, and he's just the coolest, most down to earth dude. And that's the thing about all of like most of the guys is like once you get to know everybody, it's like dude, everybody's so normal and like.
Fat, come
Yeah,
on.
just cool. Like it's awesome.
He is struggling.
Did SMU pass their abilities Monstar style just to Fat Edwards?
Just the Terrence Edwards, right?
Like he's been trying like hell to get into a rhythm here, and it's just not been.
It's not been a pretty night for him. But okay, so back to the conversation we talked about.
Sorry,
with
not
the
to
win streak.
derail your Yankees story.
No, it's all good, man.
This
See,
is
that's what I'm telling y'all.
Basketball game.
Huh?
So nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm
This,
good.
This is how you win. Like, I mean, you have guys that show up and do little things like that, man. And despite the fact he's not scoring, still giving heck of an effort defensively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was a college athlete, I wouldn't make it very long because I would get mad at like not playing well before I would check out mentally. Like, that would be a real problem of mine. If I'm not scoring, I'm not locked in. That's hard.
Be like,
I'm
down eight, take out lane.
So like you're definitely not trying to be a role player. Like you trying to be
So
the
it's
guy.
funny you
trying
say
to be the
that.
guy.
That's all I did was shoot. Like, it's just like a check-in off the bench guy. I'm
He was
just like, I'm trying to fire him up. You
He
know.
was Nikola Jokic, but like 15 inches shorter.
Yeah, right. But the same build though.
It's the same build. You know.
But that's got to be so
Those
hard when
Cavs.
you've been the guy and you
Yeah.
just like can't, you're game to game, you're struggling to even get anything going consistently. I feel for him, but he's locking in. Up 25.
That's part of like constructing the team though, and like just getting the right guys to like be the role player and like be the guy. Like that's
No ego.
No, yeah. And especially like when you go like you just keep moving up levels of like playing like in basketball, football, and
Right.
any sport, baseball, like you always are gonna like move up a level to where like people are way better than you and people are better than you. So like how do you find your niche and like excel in like what you're trying to do? Like I walk into a room, it's like, oh man, like everybody, like this guy's better than me, this guy's better than me, this guy's signed for more money than me. It's like, all right, well, how am I gonna like navigate
Yeah.
to like show out to like move up? So like you come to college, like everybody was nice on their high school team, like
Sure.
everybody was getting their shots up. Like, all right, now how am I gonna get on the floor? Do I gotta be like defensively better? Do I gotta pass better? Do I gotta set screens? Do I gotta like shut up and not talk back to the coach? Like, what do you gotta do to
on,
lock
Rain.
it in?
There it is.
So
That is
Rain
nice.
is the
Wow.
other one from Chucky.
So it was 10 assists.
I
believe that
You got
is-
12 points. Your parlay's a
So you got the 12. I think my parlay might hit before halftime.
Yeah,
guys.
I think it's going to be that type of game.
Babe,
Coming home
going
with
to
more
McDonald's
grocery
tonight,
money.
babe. That's hilarious.
I mean, I can't say I expected this. This is
No, I thought we were going to, I'm not going to say lose, but I thought we were going to be really in lockstep with this team most of the game.
I thought it was going to be a tight game because
Yeah.
this is arguably the most competitive game we have left in our schedule.
Well, and the other
Up
thing
until this
too,
point. I mean,
yeah, and it's what you're playing for as well. So this is really, I mean, SMU's just like Louisville does not have a lot of quad one opportunities. You have a newly ranked team coming into your arena.
on the road, yeah.
Like you don't expect a blowout in any scenario, but especially given what's on the line. You know, like this is,
Oh yeah.
you know, SMU's just a game back from Louisville.
yeah.
If they win this game, we're essentially, you know, tied in conference, and they have the tiebreaker.
And the other thing that like we're not used to, obviously it's been since 2019 since they've gone to the tournament, Louisville, and 2017 since they've won a tournament game, right? So it's been a long time. But when Louisville was going to the tournament year after year when we were in school, at least at the first couple of years, the ACC was putting 8, 9, 10 teams in the tournament. They're gonna be lucky to get 3 teams in this year. So it is slim pickings on getting big quad one wins. And the bigger thing is like what we talked about, like you can't slip up against like the Boston colleges, the Miamis, like the pressure becomes even bigger for you because you have these few opportunities to get big wins, but you have a lot of opportunities to slip up against bad teams. I mean, it's
Right.
it's going to definitely be interesting to see, because it's Louisville, Duke, obviously, but then it's Louisville, Clemson, Pitt, SMU, Wake, like North Carolina, all these teams kind of competing for those, third or fourth spot.
This is just a old school
Doubled them
butt
up.
whooping.
Double them up. I'm here for it.
So guys, on the parlay that we've spoke of,
Can you remind us of the parlay?
Yeah, so I sure can.
I would too if I had that parlay right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Chucky Hepburn 2+3 made 3-pointers.
Yeah,
Lock.
you got 3 of those.
7+ assists from Chuck.
You got 9 of those.
We got 12+ from Rain. Got that.
Yep.
Javon Hadley 7+ rebounds. He's only at 3.
He's only got 3.
Ooh, there's
So
the
yeah,
breaker.
we're really gonna.
I know Valare hates to see this parlay coming.
Man, I'm just gonna pay the power bill with all this.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable, dude.
there you go, man.
So how much did you put on it, and what's the payout?
Well, I put a unit on there, which is normally that's about 3,200. I'm just kidding. $10.
Okay.
Yeah, I love when
10
people
bucks to
talking.
win, like 80.
Once people start talking in units, they're serious.
Yeah,
They're real serious about it.
except for you.
Yeah, except for me.
Except for you.
Yeah, well, I told you I put 3 units on the tip.
Yeah. Well, you're locked and loaded, man.
And
10 to win. How much?
3 units, $30.
$30?
no,
No.
it was,
80? 90?
You really
Maybe
bet the
something.
tip?
He did
no,
not.
guys.
I was about to
guys.
say, you're sick.
Guys.
You're sick.
Call Wayne.
I've got a phone number. Yeah, I'll text it to
So it's 10 to pay 96.
you. Okay.
86.
That is not
So-
a meal of Valare, but for 2 of you.
That'll
all,
get you
but-
in the door.
Get you in the
It'll pay
door?
for a year.
That'll
Oh.
That'll
that'll,
give you a tip
For
though,
one?
Alexis.
Yeah.
that'll feed my kids for a couple nights.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Keep the power on.
All right. Who's getting the last shot? Never mind.
Rain.
I knew the answer to that.
No way.
No
He's-
shot. Almost
He was
banked
4
that
for
in.
4 before that. That's a
Folks,
bad 3 to waste. Perfection
That
on.
was something.
Travel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Take
that
home
was-
foul, man. Okay.
All right.
Well,
I
I
was-
was the first half.
Yeah,
So,
man.
yes, for the
I'm a little
boys.
disappointed. This might be a 23-point game going into halftime, but I guess we'll settle for that. But stay tuned for halftime, by the way.
They got a big show. Is Red Panda? Is she doing the halftime show?
Well, I thought you were doing a show for
Oh
the audience.
yeah. Okay.
You got any plates in the back? Let's go.
Yeah.
You know who Red Panda is?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Red
What?
Panda is.
You know who that is?
Come on, guys.
Do you all
guys
know
know
who
who
Red
Red
Panda
Panda is?
I
Okay,
feel like
so-
I've heard of it.
The plate,
Have not.
that she rides the really tall tricycle or what unicycle.
Oh, yeah. She flips the balls on
And
her
the balls
head.
on her head, yeah.
I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah, Red
Hey,
Panda,
you
yeah.
know what she's charging for a halftime show?
Oh god.
You know what it is? I heard. I don't know if it's true. I heard it's like $5,000, like $5 or $6,000 to do that.
Good for her.
That's yeah.
I'm gonna look it
deserves
up. I'm gonna
probably
look
more
it up.
than
I gotta
that.
fact check because
To be honest
I've
with
heard Red Panda,
Yeah.
Red Panda
And
rental.
plus, she wants a PJ with some caviar.
50-27 and a half. Like I said, nobody expected that type of performance
No.
against top 5 team in the ACC. Team that's got what? Where
Yes,
they have 14
$5,000.
wins?
$5,000 a
All right,
performance.
man, I got to get my career together.
It's unbelievable.
That's I
You
gotta
know
find
what I'm
something I
talking
can
about
charge
now? So
$5
you
grand
need-
for.
you got
So, on a
plates.
unicycle, like flipping balls up on her head and stuff.
Plates.
Plates, yeah,
You just need a unicycle.
yeah.
You'd be good to go.
But I can't copy her. I need my own thing.
Do it on a pogo stick.
Okay. Yeah.
So you need to actually look this up. So
Red
it's a
Panda's
lady.
fantastic. Everybody knows Red Panda.
Sydney doesn't know.
I know, but
She does now. She does now. Yeah,
Okay,
she got it.
yeah.
She got it.
Yeah.
No, Sydney. What you really missed during the Kenny Payne era was a dog literally pooping on the floor
At the Young Center in the dog
during a
race.
basketball game.
The frisbee dog.
Yeah, the frisbee
No.
dog. Yeah.
They were like, I don't know what. We were holding steady at like 6,000 strong during the KP era, but there was a halftime show where a dog was catching frisbees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the dog
that's Michael
stopped
Carlin's.
and
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's that's very unfortunate.
It's a
And then-
halftime show.
Yeah.
Well, they during that first half they showed a close up of Coach PK's son.
Mhm.
And he's out there during the national anthem every game, pretty much, at least at every home
Yeah.
game with them. And I just want to touch on the importance of and the value that PK puts on family, because I've had a lot of guys from the team come in for podcast episodes that's launching very soon on Floyd Street Media. Very excited for it. Athlete Unscripted with Sydney Depp. Very excited
Go
for
ahead.
it.
Shout out with the promo.
Yes. Tune in, guys. But so I've gotten to hear a lot of really cool stories from their relationships with PK and what he's like, on the court versus off the court, and how he's just a big family guy. They're like, a lot of them have told me, he's like he's like a father figure to me, like a second dad to me. And so I think that he's created a really cool family-like culture with the team that they can come to him with anything. And it's just cool to see them kind of come together as a family too and step up for each other.
And this, being a student athlete that plays here, Louisville is a very tight-knit group, sport to sport, and a lot of within these, right? Like, one of the things that makes really unique, really Louisville, like, with FCA, Chris Morgan, who runs that, has had people at his house for years, athletes, hundreds of them, right? So
Thousands.
Thousands of athletes coming to his house. Same with the coaches. Scott Satterfield was one that did the same thing, right? So these coaches that Louisville hires, there's always been, for the most part, with successful coaches, I say for the most part, that kind of family, like, really, like, deep-rooted in that. I say for the most part because there's been some really not so great people with family, but like, as a dad of two, man, to watch him have his son so involved with the program is goals. Like, to see him running around, and then we're gonna see him in 14 years probably as a player on this team, right? And we're gonna remember little Johnny running around.
Cool.
Right. It's just so cool to see, and it's not like it's anything unique. Like, there's other coaches that bring their families around, but like for us, the last couple of years, it's a real change up of scenery and just that culture. And it's so refreshing, man, because you saw him. He was leaning over his chair, right? He's like all of us.
He was locked in.
Johnny, Brady, like the coaches' sons and daughters are locked in like they're real Louisville fans like us. Yeah. Like, that's how I look sitting over my seat.
They're bought in to the program, to the school.
I think there's something to be said, too, about the modern wave of college head coaches, especially ones in position like Pat Kelsey's in. It's a difficult position to be in, right? Because we're at the point now where, like, players might be making as much as or more than the coaches in some instances, right? Like, that's the reality of the situation. And so you have to put ego aside and lead in different ways. I think a lot of coaches in the past have led out of, from fear or, and find other motivating factors, like Coach P throwing, Chris Brickley on the treadmill and then forgetting about him for 45 minutes. Like,
right.
Like, it's just a different day and age in college sports. Some would argue that it's a good thing, others might not, but it's an adjustment with the times. And you needed a coach like Pat Kelsey to come in and completely scrap the notion of what had been done before being what should be continue to be done in the future. And I think that's that's the real the huge component that comes with having a coach like that, where he leads the way the players not necessarily desire to be led, but need to be led in this day and age. Life is stressful, and they need somebody that they can trust to go to, and not somebody that they just fear all the time. So that's my 2 cents about PK's culture and what he's instilled. And I mean, I think that a lot of people were talking, like we talked about earlier, all these big name experienced coaches that have won national championships and have all these accolades. You really needed somebody to come in and kind of uproot the concept of what coaching was prior to this, and I think that he's done a fantastic job of that.
Yeah, he's awesome. Well, I just want to mention and acknowledge and let you all know that we have over 3,200 viewers right now.
Let's go.
So 3,300 viewers. So welcome in halftime. Hopefully we can entertain you at half.
Yes.
But
Red Panda is on the way. You just dropped the pin in the wrong location.
Yes.
You know how that happens. So in the meantime, Jacob, I know
I got you, man.
You have sleight of hand tricks. That's why you wore your sleeves tonight. So
yeah, I'm ready to hop up on a unicycle and start balancing basketballs, plates, baseballs.
You got it all.
Juggle like Will Ferrell in The Office, man.
You're not you don't watch every college basketball game kind of guy, right? Like
Me?
You're a big Louisville fan, but
Right.
okay. Do you know who that is?
Michael Carter Williams.
Okay,
Syracuse
just making
guard.
sure. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Because if you did not tell me that was Michael Carter Williams,
You would not have known.
I may not have known that.
Yeah.
He looks. Sydney, do you have any idea what Michael Carter Williams looked like 10 years ago?
Not like that.
So he played about the same time we were all in school.
Yeah.
Louisville won a national championship. He was a nemesis for Peyton Siva for many years.
He was good. He was McDonald's All-American. He was fire.
That's
was
back when
fantastic.
Syracuse was.
Syracuse was in the Final Four when Louisville won it all.
Yeah.
They were fantastic that year. I remember the one game that Louisville lost at home that season was to Syracuse when Louisville was, I believe Louisville was number 1 in the country at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
They
were
were-
1 seed that year.
They were
First
pretty hot.
overall.
Yeah, but this was like, I'm talking, this was the start of a 3-game losing streak. And Syracuse kind of came in and gave Louisville the business, and Michael Carter Williams had a huge influence on that.
He's a freshman.
He was, and he was just, if you remember, he was this rangy, 6'7", just
like
like-
Sean Livingston
like-
type guard. Yeah.
like
That's a
Terry
good comp.
Rozier if you try to draw Terry Rozier. Like just so long and lanky and tremendous leaping ability. He had a great stint in the league. He was pretty solid.
He
But
did well.
he's now transformed apparently into, I don't know if he has a role. He's filming a movie or something. But a lot going on
Beard
there.
going.
Yeah, the ACC network has a fun crew of commentators through
Pretty solid.
our era of basketball, right? Like
They
Joel
do.
Berry, Luke Hancock,
They got
obviously.
Boozer on them.
Yeah, Boozer. There's a couple others, and then now you got Michael Carter Williams.
Who would you like to see join the ACC network? Like if you could pick
Tony Bennett.
Oh,
my
that'd
God.
be good.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. I'm trying to think.
He's
of,
probably more like a CBS guy.
Yeah,
He's
right,
big
right.
time.
Tony Bennett feels like there's a CBS feel to Tony Bennett.
I could also see a guy like him being like going to work for like an ESPN and being there for 40 years and like being like their primary college basketball commentator for forever.
I don't know. If he commentates anything like the way he coaches, I don't know if he'd be good with deadlines. He'd get to the point at some point,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say Floyd Street Media's got some pretty good
Yeah, some
in-game
pretty good talent.
commentators.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, this game, it's entertaining.
It is. I need more lobs. That's what I want in the second half.
You like
we
the
need a lob
dunks?
counter, yeah. We
Yeah,
got
what
three
do
in
you
the first
guys?
half.
What do you want to see? What do
Great
you want to see
question.
happen in the second half?
Patrick
I think
Antonelli.
Chris wants to see a game. I think he's trying to hype SMU to come back in this game.
Come
No,
back.
I think he wants. Whatever he
Javon
needs.
His parlay.
Yeah,
His
I was
parlay.
gonna say some
John
rebounds.
Hadley
Some
to be throwing
rebounds.
some ass into people,
Yeah.
getting some boards.
Yeah.
Like that's what we need to see. But
Yeah.
in all seriousness, I want to see. Look, SMU's not going to come out at home at one of the most important games of the season and just lay down for you, right? So you need to continue to impose your will, continue to do the things that you're doing well. They don't have some schmucks on this team. They don't have a head coach in Andy Enfield who he has some significant experience
Yeah.
and well-respected coach. So I would like to see them continue to do more of what they're doing and not just kind of throw it in neutral and just see what happens, right?
Like, let's try to beat him by 40.
Yes.
Beat them by 50, why not? Double it up again. That should be the mentality, right? Like, I'm sure, you remember playing baseball, right? Like, if the team is on a long run, like the last thing that you want to do is let up, right? Like, you're going out to the mound thinking about, 3 up, 3 down, like, let's
Put
get back
my
out
foot
there
in
and
their
keep it
throat.
going. Right. Yeah, I remember you were the one, the goggles with the,
That wasn't me. That was my boy Luke. That was Luke.
I'm just kidding. everybody.
Yeah.
Nah, don't get that twisted. I'm not claiming that. I was crazy and acting dumb, but I wasn't doing all
I
that.
know.
Luke is a good dude, though. Luke's a great guy. He got
Luke
a
is a
bad
great
he
guy.
got a bad rep for that. I see it on my Twitter feed all the time. Still pops up.
I was gonna say, you
It
see it?
Still pops up, going crazy. But nah, Luke's a cool dude. He was a good guy.
If I was his teammate, I would have been so hyped off that. Like,
Yeah, but like it was kind of like he got him going.
yeah,
him
right,
going, man.
right,
He got him
right,
going.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hindsight's always
He
2020.
got him going. Yeah, the other team. He got the other team going.
According to Rick Heber, shout out Rick,
Okay,
Fat is 0-8, but plus 21 in the box score.
that's incredible.
There you go.
That is incredible.
Well, just like Chucky last
That's
game, he
nice.
was 0 for 8 in the first half. Shout out
And
Rick, by the way.
so a lot of like he's taking probably 3 step back threes. They're all off the front of the rim. Like I mean, he is in his head right
Well, and
now
then one-
shooting, but everything else.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, man. I couldn't do that. I'd be so focused on my shot is not going in, and you're trying to get me to go play defense. No chance. I'm worried about this shot going in the next time I come down the floor.
Just a 3-point merchant.
Right, exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
shooter, man. That's what 100 threes.
Shoot, baby.
But he is locked in. To be, what'd you say, plus 21?
Plus 21.
20. I mean, that's insane. That's got to be. Is that the highest plus minus of anybody
I'm
on
sure,
Louisville's
I'm
roster?
sure. I can't see the stat sheet, but
Well, speaking of stats, I think that this is the most points Louisville has had all season at half.
yeah.
At 50.
Let's get to
We
100.
need to.
Let's get to 100. The goal for the rest of the half is we need 3+ minutes for our boys: Aiden McCool,
Yeah.
Cole Sherman, Spencer Legg, and Patrick Antonelli.
Get 'em-
we need
get
at
'em in
least
the
3+ good minutes for
I want
those
to be able
guys.
to make that 3 so bad.
Yeah, right. I need
Get them
more
boys in the
Patrick
game.
Antonelli.
Chucky Hepburn's not come out of the game, by the way. So, by just general logic, that would say that he has the highest plus minus.
Yeah, I think
Plus
you've got
23.
so.
But maybe not. That's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
I'm bad at that.
I think
That's you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going with it.
If he hadn't left the floor, and the game is 23, he's plus 23.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you could be
they
higher.
didn't bring me here for math. That's
Huh?
like what I said. They didn't bring me here for
No,
math.
I don't do numbers
We
either.
didn't come here to do
I
school.
did graduate in 2020.
How many Louisville fans does it take to figure out a box score?
Yeah, quite a few apparently.
Definitely.
And this is why I track my own stats because I don't got to worry about it.
Yeah. So let's see other
Do my
stats
own
that
plus
stand
minus.
out to me. Louisville 50% from beyond the arc.
Yep.
100% from the free throw line. 14 assists on 14 made baskets.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to think of anything else that kind of stands out. I mean, they've played the core starting 5 the entire game, right?
Right. I mean, if you want to talk about what stands out, 20% shooting from the field for SMU from the field, 20% from the field, not even just from 3.
Terrible.
18% from 3. Louisville is controlling every single literal second and ounce of this game. I mean, it is a first-class demonstration of how to kick somebody's butt. That's what's happening right now.
And the start of the game was a little bit slow there.
A little bit.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember we were talking, we were like a little bit unsure,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just picked it up and
Chucky
ran
hit-
with it.
Chucky hit that first 3,
Yeah.
and everybody said, "All right, let's go."
Yeah.
The
Lock
you know
in.
the little bit of nerves of being in a new arena, traveling, whatever the case is. 9:00 tip, right? I mean, that's another.
Yeah.
That's one of the latest games of the season so far.
Mhm.
Definitely a lot of factors that can play into a slow start, but
I'm looking for these layup numbers. I need SMU layup numbers.
Look inside the paint. They're
Yeah.
terrible.
Let's see here.
that broadcast definitely has points inside the paint.
They do, but
Yeah.
they're not cooperating with me tonight. So,
Yeah.
let's see here. Layups 3 for 11.
Wow,
It's bad.
that's bad. That's bad basketball.
It's not good.
It's bad.
SMU is not led for a second of this game. They were tied for 41 seconds though.
All right. Well, we got 20
Outside
more
of
minutes.
that, I mean, it's just it's bad. It's real bad, guys.
Yeah.
But again, that's why I'm saying you got to come out with the same mentality. Like you cannot let this team try to creep back in.
Right. Because all it takes right here is coming out of the break, an 8-0 run for SMU,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not back in the game. But then you come back out and you got the call
Don't let
timeout.
them.
Then you have another 4-minute segment that if SMU wins, then you're really talking about being back in the game. They've got to stay connected here. I think they're going to.
Yeah.
But I want them to pad stats. I think that's the thing I'm the most concentrated on right now.
You need that parlay.
I need that parlay, but I also just like looking at a box score and seeing 3 guys with double doubles, 4 guys with 20+ points. That's the type of stuff I'm on right here for this team.
Those are some good stats right there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think we about covered it. Now it's just time to.
Yeah, this is the hardest part for like commentators when the game's a blowout. You got to find 20 minutes worth of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about y'all's pod.
Let's do it, man. Which one? As Mike Rutherford says, we have 1,700. So, I mean, every time. There's quite a few. The fun thing is we got one for each sport, man. That's the
Yeah.
best part about it.
Gotta do this more often. See, what I tell you guys, 2-0 run for SMU.
Yeah.
They're creeping back in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so second half just started.
Mhm.
We're still at 50-29, but we got to keep the.
I love that play right there. That was fantastic.
Yeah, got to keep the foot on the pedal here. Can't get sloppy. They did that against Virginia, and it cost them a little bit
There
there.
we go.
10 assists, double.
There you go. I like how SMU made some adjustments there, so let's talk about that for a second.
What, letting
So-
them score more baskets?
No. So SMU, they went over the ball screen, which is a wise decision, but they also made it so that Rain couldn't catch and shoot in that situation. So one thing that we don't talk about enough is just how in control Rain is. He's the best, I believe, in the ACC in not turning the ball over.
Rain?
Yes.
That's incredible.
He's fantastic. Like, dude never turns the ball over. That was a carry. But
What a pass,
That was
man.
fantastic pass.
Division.
But you
Again.
see how SMU adjusted there. They kind of blocked things off a little bit. So I mean, it's not like there's strategy at play here. That was bad defense by Matt Cross.
Mm,
I got fouled.
yeah, all right. This is, like, for a shooter, go to the free throw line after getting fouled. You see 3 of those things go in. That could spark him right here.
There you go. We need it. There's something to be said about Terrence Edwards just not changing his ways whatsoever.
No, and he shouldn't.
Well, I mean, think about it, though. Throughout his life, if he's gone to, if he's played for any coach that's,
Yeah.
worth anything, they've probably tried to change his form.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a really slow release, but it works. And I watch him play, and I didn't watch a whole lot of James Madison last year, but I obviously he was their best player, and they were really, really good. I just wonder, what a team where he's the, dominating player, what that looks like, because he's not, it's been kind of up and down with him.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get him going, if he hits half of these shots that he's missed, this is a 30-point game.
Yeah.
35-point game, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing about this Louisville team, too, right? They only take good shots.
Yeah.
So what a steal by Rain. How about that?
Here we go, Matt Cross on the floor. I'm telling you, if there's going to be a scuffle, it's
Is
going to
he-
be with Matt Cross on the floor.
Did Matt Cross just use his feet?
Man.
Me and my 7-year-old do that game sometimes.
Oh, a turnover. Okay. Oh, that was going to
I
be
think it
back
was
to that. Was that
just
jump ball?
held ball,
No, jump ball. Okay.
possession arrow to the cards.
And look, they're trying to use Boopy Miller to throw Chucky off, picking him up 94 feet. It's not working.
That was too little, too late there.
Yeah. And I mean, they're wearing him out. He is there.
Good
Oh my
pass.
goodness,
Oh,
man!
damn,
He tried to
that
go
was a
up and
tough
under.
finish.
They're wearing. He's wearing himself out,
Mm-hmm.
chasing Chucky 94 feet, man. I mean, they're doing themselves no favor here.
Yeah,
I mean-
Chucky has a cool story. His upbringing. Had him in for a podcast, and he was homeschooled growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Really great relationship with his mom because of it. Because that, I feel like, can put a kind of strain on
Sure.
your teacher, mom. Where's the line drawn? But played piano. He's a really well-rounded guy, and just has a really interesting story. He's like, I think being homeschooled really benefited me because I got to, have really cool opportunities with basketball,
Yeah.
but was surrounded by my family, and it helped me become the man I am
That's right.
today. So he has a really, really cool story, and super close relationship with his mom, goes to all his games, and just cool to hear his story. And the hair, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a story in and of itself.
yeah. That's kind of his trademark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he said at the beginning of the season he had it twisted.
Yes.
And then took it out to wear it like that, and they were like, "Oh man, like you can't,
Shoot it.
you got to leave it.
Yeah.
You can't." So they're a little bit superstitious, I
Yeah.
will say.
His hair has been a favorite underrated storyline of the year for me. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of it. Now, the question I was going to ask you, because you asked him about his hair, he gave you a great answer. Did you ask him what inspired him? Because I am under the firm belief that he is a big Wiz Khalifa fan. That is where my brain instantly goes. And I'm going to assume that that's the case because you grow up in that era, Wiz Khalifa, he had the blonde patch in his hair. I'm drawing conclusions.
I never made that connection, and I didn't ask, to be
Yeah.
honest. But shoot, maybe
That's what
I'll
I'm
have him
rolling
in
with.
for another
There you go.
episode.
Low key, he may not really know who Wiz
Wiz
is.
Khalifa
Like,
is.
you're old, bro. Y'all are old. I'm telling you, these kids are young. They're young. They're in college. We were rocking with Wiz, but they obviously know who Wiz, but
Yeah.
that's not who they're rocking.
Yeah.
They're not listening to him, bro.
That's true. That's
Y'all
true.
are old. We're old.
Yeah, well, we're definitely old. But,
That's true.
he's Chucky's what, 23, right? 22, 23?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
So 10
So like
years
Cushion
ago,
Orange Juice, all those those
Yeah.
albums, like those were when
That
we
was
were
like
in high school.
2008 to like 11, so you're talking about
And we
middle
were
school
like
Chucky.
7 to 10.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think. I mean,
No.
He's out here listening to Rolling Papers at 10
No.
years old. Hey, I mean,
It's different.
Yeah.
Oh my.
oh my gosh.
He is
oh
so
my
good.
goodness, good night, it's over. Put Patrick Cantonelli in.
We need to
Wayne
get
Smith.
real talk. We need to get him another year eligibility.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we're gonna
we do
have to
that.
find a way to get him another year.
I mean, eligibility is a social construct at this point, so I'm fairly certain you
He's-
can find some
he's
form of
nice.
waiver to get him back for one
He's
more
nice.
So
He
what
is-
was that score before it
Oh.
just went to commercial?
Was it 59,
60?
26?
year. Yeah.
I think it's 58-29.
58, 29?
Yeah.
I trust you over
58-29.
myself.
58-29.
Okay.
Yeah.
16 to go.
Does anybody else consciously do that? All right, so this is an old person conversation.
Yeah.
There was a time where the score was not always on the screen.
Oh, and like a game?
If you remember those old days, those Conference USA days, Louisville played a lot on WDRB.
Yeah.
And that score would only flash when they scored or, coming out of a break.
Yeah.
And so I'd constantly have to, being 10, 12 years old, have to, sit there and consciously think about the score. When you're a kid, everything's such a big deal, right? Like, I'd cry every time they lost.
Yeah.
I
I believe it. You
Yeah.
still do.
I still cry every time I lose. And that's why I don't want to be embarrassed. That's why I'm a little
Yeah,
nervous
you
about
gotta get
about this
them in the
comeback.
win column.
No, but I mean, I don't know. I've always kind of harbored that a little bit where I constantly want to know exactly what the score is at all times.
Yeah.
Is that for your degenerate self, knowing you're gambling on it now, or how's that work?
I'm not a gambler. I really only placed a bet because of the storyline.
I like that.
My wife went to bed. I gambled a little bit. She just texted me goodnight. So
Yeah. No.
honestly, it's a blowout when Megan goes to bed
Yeah.
because she stays. I offer to leave the game early for her sake, and she's
Yeah.
like, "No, we're staying to the end."
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
This is she doesn't hold your same belief that this could be a game in just a matter of minutes. She's given up.
Yeah, probably. I also left her at home. She was vacuuming and making dinner when I left. I was like, "See, I'm going to watch the game in Indiana, really far away."
Yeah. Well, gotta do what you gotta do, man. So tell me, Bobby, have a second.
Yeah.
Just tell me about dad life. 13 days. Are you tired of changing diapers yet?
No, I'm good. My wife's been crazy good with her.
You mastered the diaper
she's-
change?
Yeah. So baby came out. I'm freaking out, crying, going I don't know what the hell's going on.
Did
Yeah.
Louisville lose?
I don't even know.
Sorry.
Oh, because you cried.
Yeah, right.
No, so and then the nurse was like, "Hey, you got to come over here and change his diaper." Change the diaper there, and changed tons sets.
Yeah.
It's been cool. It's awesome. It's a blessing. Baby's doing great. My wife's doing great.
How are you doing? You doing great?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
That's
chilling.
awesome,
Are you
man.
tired?
Not really. I mean, because my wife's breastfeeding, so she's been able to she's really doing everything. So I'm
Yeah.
just sleeping and
Yeah.
chilling, and then change the diaper, and I'm doing anything I can.
Right.
I tell her all the time. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't feel bad because she can't get
Right.
her bottle yet. She's
Right.
not doing
Right.
all that. So
Right. There's-
we gotta wait. And
We can't.
so here in a couple more weeks
Yeah.
it'll pick up. But yeah, baby's good. Baby Nellie's doing good. Her name's Nellie.
I love it.
And then
She got a little Band-Aid on
I'm
her
gonna put
eye?
a Band-Aid on
Yeah,
her.
okay. Thank you.
Chucky and them definitely don't know who Nellie is.
Right.
But no, yeah. So she's doing great. Baby's
Yeah.
healthy, and it's been fun. Super blessed, and She's a little blessing.
You got to get her out to the Yum Center, man.
No. She's too little. We took her to Costco yesterday. That was like a big deal. We walked her around Costco in a little stroller.
You get her a little Louisville onesie?
Yeah, she's got a little Louisville onesie.
Good.
Because my wife was a cheerleader at Louisville. So
Okay.
that my little brother, I always said, like, if we're having a little girl, she's not going to be a cheerleader. We're not doing all that. Like, I'm not doing that. We're playing golf. We're playing pickleball. We're doing something. My little brother trolled me on Christmas and got her a little cheerleading outfit.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Was it U of L though?
Yeah, it's you.
Okay.
So.
All right. 'Cause,
Only fitting.
I'm in one of those evil families where they give me something UK.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's brutal.
So
We're
little Nelly she's got a cheer outfit, so I'm probably screwed.
Yeah, you might be toast.
I'm toast, bro. Toast.
Cheerleading's tough, man.
Yeah. I was
Cheerleader?
a cheerleader.
You were
Yep.
a cheerleader?
Yep.
At Tennessee?
No.
No.
No, in high school.
Cheers
Yep.
tough.
Did you play? You just cheered? Did you play any sports?
I played
or any other
soccer
sport?
9
That
years.
sounds like a bad question. I think cheerleading is a sport. That's
Yeah.
not what I asked.
You do?
I
Yeah.
cheered
I'm not
competitively.
getting into that one tonight.
You think so?
We're gonna debate.
I'm not getting into
We're
that
gonna
one.
debate this.
Yeah,
no, I was a competitive
Yes.
cheer, like
Yeah.
the flips, the jumps.
So you were like hitting worlds and Jam Fest.
Pretty
and you were
much.
doing all that.
Yeah. So I
Oh, I know.
competitive cheer is for sure.
Well, let's make a deal here.
Yeah.
If you can do a standing back tuck, then you can say cheerleading's not a sport.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Won't catch me on that one. No.
Easy enough. Yeah.
So you
I'm
did the
not-
whole competitive circuit.
Yep. But I also played soccer for 9 years before I started that. So.
What'd you like better?
Man, I was young when I played soccer, but I wish I'd stuck with it because I was pretty good. I was aggressive on the field, but I really got into sports and found my love for athletics because my brother, he played soccer his whole life. He's 8 years older than me, so he's like y'all's age.
He's old, huh?
Yeah, he's
He's
old.
old.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
You really do think your brother's old, don't you? I'm telling y'all, we're old, bro.
She's like over
It's
here,
bad,
like,
we're
who
old.
is Wiz Khalifa?
Who is Nelly?
No, I know both of those, but he played soccer his whole life. Senior year of high school, got recruited to after soccer practice, come over to the football field, kick a field
Yes.
goal with the coach. They went 10-0 that season. He had never kicked a football in his life. He went on to be a 4-year starting kicker and punter in college.
No way.
And then went to like NFL combines, got flown out to camps, different stuff like that.
That's sick.
Yeah, but so that watching him like try to do 2-a-days for football and then go to soccer practice, I was just like, wow, this takes a lot of grit. Like,
That's tight.
and I found an admiration for it. So that's kind of how I got into sports and stuff, and
Because your old brother.
because how
Your
my old brother.
brother.
No, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that kicker's name? Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
How
That's my brother.
Yeah.
did you go into Tennessee because they have such a good athletic department?
I was there when it was not great. I was there in 2020.
Okay.
Before Heupel came in. I mean, Rick Barnes was there, which he's legendary. But
Is that Pruitt was the coach then? Jeremy Pruitt? Who was the head coach at Tennessee for football?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I was a COVID grad,
Uh-huh.
and then first year of college was also 2020 during COVID. So I could only go to one football game. They had
Wow.
like the
Goodness
ticket
gracious.
restrictions
Yeah,
and stuff.
right.
So
Yeah.
it was really hard to follow, but made it work. But yeah, I mean, since when I was at school at Tennessee, the athletic
Yeah.
they just started doing things that had never been done, and like kind of like this, like trial and error, see if it works. And I feel like it's working. I mean,
Definitely.
people are watching, and
Yeah. Any
You
other
know?
questions, by the way, from the audience or
We're up to
comments?
4,000 now on the Twitter.
There you
I
go.
love
Keep
it.
them coming.
I love it. Yeah, we're just trying something new. Like, well, we can be in your living room, and you can be here with us,
Yeah,
just
that's right.
having a
Can't be
little
in my
watch
living
party.
room, No.
No.
Can't be in my living room.
No.
We still got a handful on the YouTube.
on,
Okay.
on
Shout out
YouTube.
Kendall again.
More stats from Kendall?
I love
Not a
it.
stat, but
Yeah.
a comment.
Okay.
The way they fly around the ball and play physical with going after every loose ball is one of the biggest things I've seen that has changed from the last 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Yeah,
Just
I love it.
such consistency as far as just effort and tenacity
Yeah.
going towards the ball. All right, it's down to 27, guys.
Too close for comfort.
Score update, by the way, 58-31.
15:09.
22 seconds on the shot clock. We have 3 fouls. SMU has 1.
Let's go. Look,
Any
man,
other stats you want to?
they got to just keep pushing with the goal to get Cole Sherman and Patrick Antonelli and
That's the
Spencer
goal.
Legg into
That's
this
the goal.
game, man.
That's a legitimate team goal that you set at
It
this point,
is.
right? Like,
It
get
is.
the entire team in the game.
Because also, like, this is like kind of serious point, but also not. Tim Henderson was a great walk-on for Louisville during the championship era, and obviously that coach looked at walk-ons differently than how I think Pat has so far. But
Sure.
who says that you're in a tournament situation and Patrick Antonelli doesn't have to go in and play 5 minutes, right? And doesn't have to make a big shot or
Sure.
something like that. So those minutes for walk-ons are, I know it seems silly, man, but it's valuable game action. And when you get in for 59 seconds, you got one guy who's going to get a shot, right?
Right.
So
It's not fair.
it's not.
It's
Yeah.
not.
If full transparency, if that was me, I'm getting that shot every
Yeah.
time. I'm gunning for that.
Yeah, you practice hard so that the game's fun.
Right.
When you don't get to get into the game, then you don't get to see the fun side as much, right? So
That's actually a good question for you. Like, what's it like? Maybe it was when you got to majors or when you first started at U of L. Like, what's it like being a star athlete and then having to adjust to not playing?
I mean, luckily I've always like gotten to play. So, like,
I was too good.
I mean,
I don't know,
I
man.
mean-
You have to ask somebody else.
I mean,
I was mid, y'all.
No, but like I mean, I got to play. So like I came
Yeah.
into school and like I was like our midweek starter, and then I moved to the weekend rotation and just like. But it's always, but like what I talked about earlier, it's like not being complacent, because it's so easy to be like, yeah, I'm good, like I'm doing good, I'm the guy basically,
Right.
and then you suck for 3 weeks and somebody else gets that opportunity and takes advantage of
Right.
it. So it's always like trying to like push yourself, but like Coach McDonald and those boys don't let you let up. Like
Yeah.
it's like you don't really have an option. So and then you get to professional baseball, like you're
go.
you're at the lowest
Huge
of levels.
play.
Like
Right.
I get drafted and I go to like short season Staten Island, like and I'm at the lowest level possible. Like yeah, I have a spot and like I get to play, but like I'm like in a low spot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So you got like low A, high A, double A, triple A. Then the big leagues, it's like you're so far away from like your end goal. It's like you just have to focus on your routine and like your day to day, like of just getting better. Like,
Yeah.
And I've seen guys like I've seen plenty of dudes like I've played with like who don't play and like don't get like an opportunity, and it's tough for them. But at the end of the day, like they show up every day, they're professionals, they get their work in, and like when that opportunity comes, it's like you got to take advantage of it. Coach McDonald always said like when the bus like comes to your stop, like are you going to get on or are you going to miss the stop?
Right.
Like
Right.
that's I mean it's kind of like corny, but like it's true. Like everybody like eventually everybody on like a team, with the exclusion of some of the guys who are like walk-ons and stuff like that, like you're going to get an opportunity to play. So whether it's 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, like what are you going to do in that to impact the game, impact your
Right.
team? Like,
Right.
I mean, that's kind of like how I've always looked at it and found a way to be successful in that. Because I haven't been the best player on the team, like
Sure.
ever. I've never had the best stuff. I've never been the best pitcher. Like, even in Louisville, like I had an opportunity to play and I was in the mix, like in the rotation, but I was never the best. So I've always tried to just like be consistent and just give my team a chance to win in any way, shape, or form I can.
Yeah.
That's what I've tried to do.
I mean, there's something to be said too about you become the product of what you surround yourself with, and for you guys and for this team that we're watching here, you surround yourself with greatness and an attitude of greatness, 1% better every day, every cliche that you want to throw out there, and this is the result that you get. You're up 63-33 on SMU. One thing I've noticed about this game. In the second half, Louisville's really slowed the pace.
Yeah.
If there was one chance of SMU getting back into this game, it's Louisville wanting to play the style that they spent most of the offseason preparing to play. Right? Matt Cross is dirty about
Yeah, that was a great move right there.
You prepare all offseason to have this tremendous depth and play this
Run and gun style.
run and gun style of play. Top 10, top 20 pace in the country. And then you have all this injury attrition, and there's an adjustment that you have to make. It's very easy to play a team like SMU where they like to play that style and just kind of fall into that trap. And Louisville's done a really good job of just kind of
What
the
a
hell is
shot!
that?
Wow.
What are you kidding
What a
me?
shot, Javon!
That was trying to get a foul call right
Fantastic,
there.
fantastic.
One hand floater from the free throw line. Look at this, man. They're sunning them right now.
They are.
They really are. He's mad. Now he's talking to me. Yeah, look at the scoreboard, buddy.
Wow.
What a shot.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Kind of derailed.
Look at Brady. Look at Brady. Always finds a way.
Is that
into the
Larry
shot,
O'Bannon?
man.
How about that? Shout out Larry O.
He works
Talking-
for Louisville.
Yeah.
Does he? Louisville, yeah.
Yeah.
Works in the athletic office now, man.
I'm apparently not the knower of all things.
Yeah.
Oh, boo. Well,
Back to 28. Too close.
a little too close for comfort.
Yeah. But I do like, though, right now, you're seeing, when you're up by 28, it's hard to be super aggressive. Obviously there's just a little bit naturally you're going to take your foot off the gas. But Terrence Edwards is playing his butt off right now.
Yes, he is.
I mean,
He's so
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
He's so good.
He's, yeah.
Rain's a robot.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question.
Rain is
This
nice.
just, I'm going to ask this, and this might sound crazy at face value, but just think about it.
Sure.
Could he play in the NBA?
No.
Rain's
Sorry.
No, I'm asking. I'm just genuinely asking because you look at the intangibles, but then look at a guy like TJ McConnell
He's
who's
too
been in the
little.
NBA for. Yeah, that's true, but he could shoot though, and
Too
you get a
little.
shot up. No.
Too little.
Yeah, I don't. He's gonna be a great basketball player overseas. Like he can probably play in
100%.
the NBL for sure.
The NBA's crazy.
Yeah.
How big is Rain?
Like,
6'2", 6'2",
I think he's
6'2".
6'2", yeah, and he's not a point guard.
Well,
so that's
Ronnie
like-
plays in the
If he
NBA,
was
so
a-
maybe.
If he was a better playmaker,
Yeah, he's not really passive, right?
I don't want to hate. I don't even want to throw any shade or hate towards him. He's my favorite player on the team, so I'm not saying he can't do anything. He could do it, but I don't know. If he hits that, sure.
Oh my god.
He's in the NBA now.
Yeah, he can play in the league, man. Sign this dude. Put him on the Lakers.
Gosh,
Put him on the Lakers. The Lake Show needs somebody like that.
This is
Come on, Rob Pelinka.
unreal.
Sign this dude.
Come on, Palenka.
Invite him to the G League or something.
I mean, look at the defense, man. I mean, they are. And there goes Matt Cross, but I mean, man,
Do you think he could play in the NBA?
on the right team potentially.
So I heard somebody. I like this comparison, but it's very. I don't know. I think it could be just the lefty Australian thing, but Joe Ingles
Yeah,
was
he does
thrown out there.
But Joe
Joe
Ingles
Ingles is like
6'8",
6'8".
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But that type of role is what he would have
Who
to
was
play.
who was the dude on the Kyle Guy? Like,
Yeah.
Kyle Guy can't play in the NBA.
Yeah, but Ty Jerome's in the NBA.
Who?
Ty Jerome, backup point guard for the Cavs, best team in the league.
Yes, but I'm saying Kyle Guy was like nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Yeah.
And he couldn't play in the NBA. He's on Virginia's coaching staff
he is.
on the bench.
He is.
Because I was sitting there looking, I'm like, why is he not playing in the NBA? I look up his stats, like it's not.
It's really- I mean, there's only
it's
so
just
many-
crazy. Yeah, they only got like 12 spots and like.
I'm just saying though, when you shoot the ball like that, and you can get, it'd be different if he was shooting and it was a slow release. He
No,
gets
he
that
can
ball
really
off
shoot it.
like
He can really
imagine him
shoot it.
playing just like with the Warriors or something like
I
that.
say, put him on the Lake Show. Come on.
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy,
Wow.
but not and outlandish, but
I don't know. He's just undersized. That's my
he is
problem.
small, yeah, for a guard in the NBA.
My boy
That-
Shane
that
Bohannon
ball.
couldn't play in the NBA either, and he was nasty. How good was Shane when he was here? Y'all like Shane?
I
Y'all
love
didn't like Shane?
No, I love Shane.
So
Shane was great.
Shane is such a physical freak.
He was crazy.
Specimen.
Crazy.
He was one of the more well-conditioned players on that team.
Yeah.
And he just, I don't know, he just had this intangible that
He was going to get the ball.
Right. You just kind of,
That championship.
You
will
trust
forever. 20 plus rebounds or something
Him
like
and
that. Right?
Traz, that
Yeah.
team was so cool.
I think he
Yeah.
had 12
They were so
rebounds in
good.
the second half of that game. But yeah, he just had that intangible that, not a lot of people have where you just trust him down the stretch. Yeah, I mean, what a,
me personally growing
Yeah.
up during that era of Louisville basketball, like Shane was one of the first players that I truly loved.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like
Yes.
was like
Fan.
I
You
wanna
were
watch that
you
guy
were a
every
fan.
day,
Like
yeah,
a fan.
like-
Like
I
yes.
mean, you,
When he was from Bowling Green,
Yeah.
so like
He was McDonald's All-American. Him and Wayne Blackshear
super
came in.
familiar with him all throughout high school, and at the point where his recruitment blew up, like it was like one of those like Louisville has to get
Yeah, it
this.
was awesome. Because that team was so fun.
there was
Yeah.
such a, I mean, you talk about just everything was just so cohesive and just came together so well on that 2013 championship team. But I mean, I think a huge component of that was the year prior when you bring in Shane Bohannon and Wayne Blackshear in that recruiting class.
Yeah,
I think that's really what
Final
solidified
Four
that team,
Yeah,
being as solid as they were. And then, you add Kevin Ware,
Trez,
Gordy,
Gordy,
yeah.
Peyton.
But I think
Russ,
that was
Luke.
kind of, that really put it over the top.
Yeah.
Kinda-
it's
So
Dogs.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Going back to the rain conversation, Shout out Kendall again.
Kendall.
Kendall,
Come
let's go,
on.
Kendall.
We gotta get Kendall out here.
They about to,
love it.
they about to clown me, aren't
Going back to
they?
the comparison.
They about to get me. They about to get me. Watch this.
Rain plays identically relatable to JJ Redick.
Okay.
Okay.
He
JJ was
talk about
6'6" though,
talk
right?
about having a long-term
Yeah.
NBA career.
Yeah. but
How
his-
big is JJ?
JJ is pretty big though.
How big is JJ?
Is he?
Yeah,
he's like
I'm pretty sure he's
6'5".
6'5", 6'6", yeah.
That's what honestly, like,
He was 2
I'm
inches
a
taller, dude.
huge NBA guy. Like, I'm a huge NBA fan. Like, I think that is what the whole misconception is like people have no clue how big these guys are that are like shooting like this. Like, if
Yeah.
you ain't
Oh,
6'5",
yeah.
6'6", 6'7", like it just is what it is. Like,
I
there's
love seeing the videos of people that are like sitting courtside and they take videos of the players. Like,
people don't know
like
like
backing somebody, like
So
LeBron
mean.
backing somebody. It's like that man is so big.
Yes.
I'm 6'2" or 6'3", and like I am tiny,
Yeah.
tiny compared to these NBA guys. Like
Yeah.
they're little, they're so much bigger.
That's a fire quote right there.
Mm-hmm.
This team is playing with that mentality tonight.
Read it.
Defense, it's going to go away as soon as I start reading it. Defense is an attitude. Defense is a mentality. Defense is a heartbeat. There's been such an intentional approach. When we guard like that, we can play with anybody.
I agree, Pat.
I agree. This was impressive because they're probably not going to be a tournament team. But as you mentioned, this is one of the best teams in the conference today, like just in terms of record. And to be beating them by 30 points with 11 minutes to go. We only get 5 minutes of the boys tonight. I mean, this is extremely impressive.
Pat doesn't like putting in the walk-ons until late.
Yeah. Well, we're going to change that tonight because Pat's not been up by 30 against a Power 4 team up to this point. So,
It's true.
Indiana.
no, that's right. Yeah,
Sure.
Indiana's a good one. Yeah.
I'm so glad we beat them like that. I can't stand the Hoosiers. I'm a hater, I think.
Indiana's a good example of what can happen when you give a player
Yeah.
that doesn't deserve money a lot of money.
What are the betting odds right now that Woodson's gone after this year?
It's going to be pretty favorable.
I
I'd
hope
say.
they sign him to a lifetime contract. Hope he never leaves.
Ambassador when he retires, just like Cal.
Oof.
I hope he never leaves.
They're trying to extend that defense out a little bit.
That big dude is who they paid, right? Their center, the Hoosiers.
Milo.
Yeah.
He's from Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother was hyping him all year. I said, bro, that guy can't even move.
They got 3 guys that are all the same position. They
He's
try
just
playing
a
with 3
traditional big. There's
Yeah.
no room for.
Too slow.
So I crunched some numbers real fast. Sitting here with Louisville up 71-42 with 11:17 left, in conference road games, Rain Smith is shooting 59.57% from beyond the arc.
That's insane.
He's shooting almost 60% from 3.
Wow.
He'll get draft combine workouts.
With those
he'll
two-way
get
contracts, if you're an NBA fan, you know they got 3 two-way spots now. That's an NBA roster now has
Ooh.
18 guys on it. That's a huge increase in the number it's been years
Yeah,
past.
yeah.
I'm telling you, if you can do one thing really well in the NBA, now he is small, I'll give you that. But with that shot and the ability to get it up as quick as he does, man, I'm telling you, at least in the G League, could play for
Yeah.
a lot of years.
Hey, while you were over,
I mean, he's a pro. He's a pro.
In the NBA, he's going to go play in the NBL and be on Australia's
He's a
Olympic
pro.
team
Yeah,
every
he's a
4
pro
years.
for sure. A pro.
He is going to, I'm going to call this now, and the next Olympics, he's going to give somebody in the United States, if they play Australia, the business. Like an NBA player, he's going to put work on them in an Olympic game.
So now he's on.
I'm
So
calling that now.
So now he's an Olympian.
Shout out Carly.
I was going to say he's going to Carly Jones him.
He played
an
on their,
Olympian.
he played on their whatever was their
U19.
under 21
Yeah.
team this
Ben
past
Simmons
offseason.
playing for them. Ben Simmons 6'10".
I mean,
Running point guard.
there's no height requirements on Olympic teams. you got to be 6'3" to play
I
on
hope.
this team.
Like I say, he's my favorite player. I hope he plays in the NBA. I hope he plays on the Olympic team. I hope he balls
He's got
out.
better odds of playing in the Olympics for Australia than he does in the NBA. I'll throw that out there. But yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm all in for the.
I do
he's-
too.
he's-
I hope he is. I'm not going to be a hater anymore. Come on, Rain. Just go ahead and be a lottery pick at this point.
At the minimum, dude, you put him on
Yeah.
Louisville's TBT team in a couple of years.
That's fine.
There you go.
We need some help on that squad.
Hey, Jacob, while you're being a nerd and you weren't watching the game.
yeah. What I missed Javon Hadley's. Oh,
Oh, wow.
that was an elbow straight to his
huge.
chin.
It's basically just Matt Cross and Louisville playing right now.
Yeah.
James Scott attempted a 3 and almost made it.
No way.
Yeah, he
Is
did.
that his first 3 of the year?
No, dude, you don't remember the North Carolina game or something where he almost hit the right corner of the backboard shooting a 3?
No.
Yeah.
That's
That's his third attempt of the season.
That's like the meme of Patrick Ewing. It's like, what is that shot? Step back, one-legged. What is that? You don't practice that. You know, that's James Scott taking a three.
He was open, so he took it. It happened.
How are we doing on the betting over
Yeah,
there?
so we
With
need-
the
We're
Javon
getting
Hadley
close to the
rebounds?
rebound number.
We need 2 or 3 more. Javon
2 boards
Hadley.
from
Okay.
Javon Hadley.
I mean, we've got 9 minutes, 48 seconds.
Yeah, but right now Javon Hadley's not in the game.
He just
so
picked his 4th foul up on
It's
that
really
last
hard.
one. I
Yeah,
think he might have.
it's hard for him to get those rebounds.
Really hard
Yeah.
to get those rebound numbers
Yeah.
from the bench.
Honestly, Hadley may not play again. He's got 4 fouls. The
Jake-
game is
Right.
out of reach. We
Hey.
might be in trouble here.
Hey, how about you shut up?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here. 5 rebounds right now, so we need 2 more.
I need
from
one.
Javon.
I need one more, and
Can
I'm
you
good.
cash
I hit.
out,
I-
or
Yeah,
I was gonna say, is there
what's
a
the
cash
cash
out
out
option?
at? Are you on?
I don't think they let you on player props.
Yeah, they don't really. They're not very consistent with paying out college games, so.
We're close though. Everything else is hit except for that rebound count. So we
7.
need
So you need 6+. I need.
we need to
7+.
put the call into coach to put Javon Hadley back in.
Mm-hmm.
You call him PK
Reals.
up? Or?
Yeah, real
Yeah.
Have you had him on an episode yet?
Not yet.
You gotta get him.
It is on my list,
Put
but
him a cool
I don't focus on the team.
I hear
Like
you.
Yeah.
maybe
In the off
once
season.
we get through, yeah, in the off season, or I mean, after this, our schedule is pretty
Yeah.
chill.
low maintenance. I feel like.
Unless you ramp it
Gets
up for
better.
baseball. You gotta
One
ramp
more-
baseball.
I've already got some baseball
Okay.
guys in here. We got
Zion?
Tucker Bivens, Zion,
Zion's great.
Tucker's been in here.
Patrick,
Pass.
Tucker-
Forbes.
Tucker
Yeah.
went to my high school.
Okay.
We're
Is that
from-
assist
we're from the
number
same high
13
school.
for
That's my
Chucky?
boy.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've
Who scored that?
James Scott.
Oh.
He's funny.
Yeah, so
Tucker.
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
game assist record
So dry.
is 15 for
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
And then the record for most made 3-pointers in a game is 9.
And so we're on record alert. That's what we have to watch for
Who has
now.
how many threes he have?
Rain has 7 right
He's
now.
7
Taekwondo
threes.
9, and Ray has 7.
He's shooting
Taekwondo was so good.
70% from the field
We're
this
on a
game.
double.
7 of 9 from 3. Yeah, we're on record watch right now. That's what we have going for us. And we also need Javon Hadley to get back in the game. So there's still a lot to play for here in these 9
There
minutes.
is.
These are very important 9 minutes
It's very important
for
for
our
your
bank
Valari dinner.
accounts. Yeah.
It is.
And your grocery budget. I mean,
And my grocery budget.
yeah.
And the power.
For sure.
The power, yeah. You got-
McDonald's.
Your bills are stacking up, man.
Yeah.
We need Javon Hadley to get back in.
Come on, power of the unit, guys.
Yeah. That was 2
25
fouls in a
McDonald's
row.
meals strong.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys a funny story. So that I heard at practice, if one of the guys doesn't tie their shoes tight
Yeah.
enough and it falls off, PK will run out, grab it, and chuck it as
Yeah.
far as it can
And throw it
go.
away. I want to see if it's actually, like, has that come to fruition at Louisville? I know he did it at Charleston.
I think
I think it has.
I think
Has
it
it?
I
has
think they-
because I heard one of the guys share
Yeah.
that story sitting down to shoot the
I think
podcast.
it happened during the off season.
Oh, was it?
Like when he first got here. I think
So-
I saw a clip
one
of it.
One of the summer workouts when
Yeah.
the guys first got here in June.
There was a clip. There was a clip of it.
That's a lesson to be learned, though, right? Like, sounds silly, but it's like, why do you tell the kids not to bring their food upstairs? Or why do you tell them not to play with the oven, right?
Yeah.
It's not because, it's not because you're trying to be an authoritarian. It's because you're trying to teach a lesson.
Yeah, that's right.
And so
Are you taking notes?
The lesson
Dad,
of the
taking
shoes.
notes?
Yeah.
All right,
You
you
taking
go,
notes?
you go home. By the time you get home, your child might be 14 days old.
Yes.
And you let your child know.
I hope that's how old she is. My wife would kill me if I
Oh my
knew that.
gosh.
He's
Right?
actually just 3 days old. It just feels like it's been
She's 13.
13.
She's 13.
Feels like
Yeah.
it's been 2 weeks.
Guys, I haven't slept.
Yeah. Matt Cross. Like you said, it's Matt Cross versus Louisville in the second half. I mean, I think he has got almost all of their points in the second half. What's the count on second half points here for them?
Hey, listen, Scotty Scheffler won a major like a month after he had a kid, so no excuses. Play like a champion.
You said it.
Yeah.
Matt Cross has
Right.
got 15 and 7. I think he's the only guy that got the memo that
Yeah.
SMU was playing
2
tonight.
points when I checked earlier when the second half first started.
Wow, so he's
Yeah,
got 13.
He's turned it on.
13 in that stretch.
Yeah, and what do they have at half? They have.
They had 27 at half, right?
Yeah.
Or
Oh wow, so
25.
they've actually scored. They've actually scored a little bit.
Yeah, they have.
The box score does not reflect that.
Do you have any other guys in double figures?
No. No, and they're still shooting 35% from the field right now.
Did that just end the perfect free throw streak?
Oh, did they miss? No, I think somebody missed one earlier.
Somebody already missed one?
Yeah, Louisville is. Oh, wait,
I've just been so entertained by your all stories that. So let's talk a little Wake Forest.
Yeah, you're already looking ahead, man. You were just telling me a few minutes ago that this game was still close.
Well, I don't believe that anymore. So
The data changed.
the math ain't math, and the data changed. So
That is a foul.
Louisville has a week off heading into Wake Forest,
Yeah,
and I think, like you talked about, Jacob, that's a formidable opponent.
it is. They're battling with North Carolina tonight. They were down by 2 at halftime. What's the score? Do you know what the score of that game is?
I can check.
That's a game. My take was, like Press said, that for this game was going to show. I forget exactly what you worded, but this was going to show Louisville was for real.
Right.
I think the Wake Forest game is the game that's on Louisville's schedule next.
North Carolina wasn't ranked.
Yeah, North Carolina's not been very good this year. They've not been good in the ACC either.
Wake is up 57-54.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and so Wake has North Carolina today and Duke on Saturday. So you're talking about if they win both of those,
They'll be
which I know
ranked.
it's a tall task.
Yeah.
Be ranked, and that'll be a huge matchup.
And that'll
next
be
Tuesday night at
for
home.
that'll be
That's
for
true.
second place in the conference.
Wake has Duke on Saturday?
They do.
They played Duke
Yeah.
and North Carolina back in
No, sorry.
You know what's funny? They were making that schedule, right? And they were like, we're going to give Wake, that's just how it works out. They have to give them
Yeah.
Duke and
Well,
North Carolina back
it's
to
the
back.
trio. I mean, the triangle, man. They don't have to go
Sure.
very far.
Sure, but they were
So-
like, Duke and North Carolina back to back, and then we'll throw in Louisville, for good measure, so they have a little break.
Yeah, so 24, big dude. I mean, he's throwing an elbow at Ruth's every single time. I don't know if you all have been watching this.
Well, I'm not sure he can help it.
Ruth's getting super
getting
upset.
bullied.
He is not a fan of this. It's one more elbow, and I think we're going to have something here. I mean, he's done it. I've noticed him do it at least 3 or 4 times off of set. He's setting screens, and then when he goes to roll, he's throwing the chicken wing at him.
24. He's almost as tall as Josh Rogers. 24.
Ooh, how tall is he?
7'2". Right there with
I'm a
you.
foot shorter.
Yeah.
Me and Rain, same size.
All right. Most intimidating batter that you faced in your major league career?
Oh, Tommy. Easy.
Oh, yeah?
Easy.
Yeah?
That's him.
What were you feeling? Like, were you kind of shaking your boots a little bit? Like, if I give you some truth serum, like, what's
Yeah,
that?
like, I mean, it's,
You're like crap.
I'm sorry, that's wild.
Yeah.
Just shout out Shohei Ohtani.
yeah. Oops, my bad. My bad. No, but for real.
It's cool. It's just,
No, I mean, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
I faced him for the first time this year. It was crazy. It was wild. In Dodger Stadium, Saturday night. Wow, 7th inning, come in the game.
You were pitching with Colorado?
Rockies, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like a 2-run game or something like that. 7th inning stretch, 50,000 people in Dodger Stadium. That's probably one of the coolest moments of my career. I mean, that was awesome. Just
Gotta
come
be
in
up
and
there.
face him. So he ripped a single up the middle, hit 113 off the bat. Easy single for him. Threw him a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. So. But that was cool. And then their lineup was dumb. It's like him, Freddie, and I got to face Will.
How was that?
I thought he hit a homer.
Yeah.
I got 2 strikes on him. I threw him a breaking ball, and he hit it to the warning track at center field.
The whole time you were just
Yeah, he was like
no.
shaking his head. He's like, throw me a fastball. But that was fun. That was a really cool experience.
You're watching the ball like Will.
Oh, I thought he hit a homer 100%. My family flew in. Like, I got family and friends in there. We're in LA. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get to pitch against the Dodgers. Like, this is going to be awesome. And then it's like you sit there and you're like, well, maybe I'd rather not face Shohei Ohtani, Like,
Coach,
maybe I'd rather miss
gotta
this
come out,
series,
yeah. Right.
Like, I'm trying to feed the fam. I'm trying to feed Nelly at home. I don't want to be giving up hits to Ohtani. I'd rather face somebody else. But
Hey, Mom, Dad, you all can actually stay home.
yeah. No, super cool. What's up?
Where are you pitching him?
What's that?
Where are you pitching him in the zone? Like, what do you?
I mean, the report. There is a report. Yeah, he has a hole. It's like up and in, on his chart. But I think it's for guys to like throw harder. I mean, I don't throw hard, so it's like I don't got anything to get by him. Only thing I have going for me is lefty. Like I didn't even get to spin him any breaking balls. I threw a fastball for a ball, yanked it, was nervous. Threw a fastball right down the middle, and he hammers it up the middle. So it was cool. It was him, and then it went to Freddie, who flew out to left, and then Will flew out to center, and then we walked Teoscar, and I walked Gavin Lux, and came out of the game. So that was fun. But coming up with the Yankees, I faced Judge in like spring training some. Like that was cool, but not in like a real game. Pitching against some of the Braves guys was cool. Rafael Devers is sick. I mean, those guys are so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good. These guys are so good, so good. I mean, it's wild. It's wild the difference. Like you see, like playing the minor. Like I played so many games in the minor leagues, and then you get up there, and you try to like get comfortable and like not starstruck. You know, it's like, oh, this is Ohtani. It's like, yeah, he's gonna get out 7 out of 10 times anyway. You know, if you just put, he hits off a tee, he's getting 7 out of 10. He's out 7 out of 10 times. But it's like the margin for error is just
so small.
There's none.
Yeah.
There's none. Especially like again, I'm not trying to like downplay myself, but like with the stuff I have, like being just like average stuff wise, like my command is good. That's all. Like that's what's kept me around, like throwing strikes. But yeah, just like I don't got nothing for him, bro. I got nothing for Ohtani. Got nothing.
Tried a jersey exchange with him
I
afterwards?
did. I got a jersey from him.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm not like doing the jersey swap like picture, but yeah, I sent a jersey over there and had him sign it for sure. It's my coolest piece of memorabilia. I got an Ohtani jersey signed, but I got the Dodgers visiting locker, or like because it's like their own locker, or their own hangers. I'm sorry. So it's like Dodgers visiting clubhouse.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
On the thing. That's my coolest piece.
So we're alike. I take that, every once in a while I stay at a hotel and they got, nice shampoo. I'm going to take that with me. The hanger. You're taking the hanger with you.
It's funny. I told my buddy, like he was up with me at the time, and I'm like, yo, we got to get an Ohtani jersey.
Yeah.
You have to.
Right.
And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, you just asked the club. We've got to pay for it, but
Let's go to the gift shop.
I'll send him over one.
All right, so 79-59, 20-point game. SMU has gone zone, it looks like. 2-3 zone here.
They've waved the white flag.
Yeah, but
they're trying to trick us.
They're definitely trying to. Here we go, folks. We got it's parlay time.
He's
the man is in. Javon Hadley is in. 1 more rebound, 2 more for you.
Yeah, it's tough to rebound out of a zone though.
I'm gonna win like $30, and then I don't have to deposit any more money in my account.
The ones that got the trick joke.
Yeah. Well, I throw in a lot for the audience. Okay, you get to determine.
All right, folks. We have a real Matt Cross problem right now.
Yeah.
This is the closest the game's been since
I
what?
told you guys. You all remember Louisville Marquette, Miracle on Main?
They already start talking about.
Was that Jerry Smith? Ripped his jersey off?
No, that was
at Marquette. We're talking.
That was good though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a great memory there.
Pretty good.
Shoot it!
That's a bucket.
Rain.
All right,
This guy's
we got his A3.
He heard
One
me.
more.
He heard me, bro.
NBA every time.
Heard me.
There you go.
Who was
He
that?
felt your
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That
honestly,
was,
honestly,
Quinn,
That was old boy.
sure. Why not?
So real quick, we talked about Will Smith. You're in college with Will Smith, right?
Crazy.
You're getting jiggy with it.
Yeah.
And
Somebody please stop this man.
stop. Yeah, please stop me.
Crazy story. Before I'm gonna cut you off real quick.
Tell me.
Will Smith was not a catcher when he came to school.
I know. Yeah.
So like he
I
played
remember that.
third base. Like he was a utility player. Like he had some catching experience.
So he had that arm on him though.
Yeah,
like,
crazy arm. But like he was like a third. Like he was taking ground balls at third base in the fall. I mean, he caught some bullpens and stuff.
Yeah.
And he like obviously everybody realized like this guy's like a legit catcher. Like,
Yeah.
he's legit. So he caught like because like a freshman normally pitches like midweek for like Louisville and like a lot of these teams. And then like the weekend guys, like the older guys. So like I was on like the midweek game, and like we had two senior catchers, Shane Crane and Kyle Gibson, who caught the weekend, and me and Will worked together during the midweek game. So we go down to Vanderbilt. This is one of my crazy stories at the U of L. We go down to Vanderbilt, load the bases in the first. I'm pitching terrible already. Bases loaded. We're not allowed to like shake Rod. Like Raj is like calling the pitches from the dugout. Like he gets to pick what's going on. So he's relaying it to Will. Will's relaying it to me.
Record.
That's nasty.
Wow.
That's
that-
not.
Was that another 3?
He's got
Yeah.
Wow. All right, we need this rebound, guys, and we have a perfect night.
So I got the bases loaded in the first inning. Will, or it was like 1-2 count or something like that. They called a fastball, and I shook off and called a breaking ball. Hung the breaking ball, hits a grand slam in the first inning.
Oh.
It was ugly, not good. But that was me and Will's like first like come together moment. Like okay, we're in trouble. So I wasn't allowed to shake off anymore after that. But sorry with the Will.
So
question.
did you take? No, this is great. Did like you guys just collectively take the heat and just as a team said that?
No.
Hey,
there you go,
that's
Fat.
one.
Got
We're
one
scoring
finally.
100.
Do we know what his plus minus is, Kendall? If you're watching, we need that plus minus sign.
Yeah. With me and Will, that was for sure.
That
That was it.
Javon
You got a
Hadley.
rebound?
Yeah. We need one more.
I got
Well, you're
mine,
good.
so I'm good, man.
Whatever, you're buying Taco Bell on the way home.
Okay, that sounds good.
Josh, what's that do for you having a guy like Will Smith behind the plate?
Yeah, thank
Like,
you.
oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, but like I think it was like a thing like we didn't know. Like I mean we knew we were a good
Folks.
team and like Will knew he was good and like confident, but like it's
13
like it's weird
assists,
to look back and see
14
it now.
assists.
Like obviously like oh man he was so good, you know, like our team was so good. But in the moment it's like we're just trying to be we're just trying to be yeah.
Took your rebound,
Sorry,
man.
that was with
He
Lamar.
stole
I
that
Took your rebound.
My parlay just literally got snatched out of the air.
Yeah.
Edwards, man.
Yeah.
You
Come on,
still,
Fat.
you still have 3.
But I think because we were young,
still got
like we were
350.
freshmen,
Yeah.
so it's
Right,
like
right.
we were like getting playing time, but not like, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not like the guys on the team. Shoot it!
Oh,
We could hit triple figures right here.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling it. I'm
Chucky,
so
Give
bad.
it to me. No.
Oh, here it is. Or the tie the record assist, 15 assists, man. That is incredible.
Wow.
James Scott with the three.
James Scott.
What? Oh my
Never
god.
in a million years.
Bro, they are
That's
so
what
locked
done.
in right now. Like, oh my god.
That's fantastic.
SMU said it's over. Like mercy rule, clock rule. We're done.
You got the guy
We
who
need snacks.
You got the
Let's go.
30% free throw shooter.
Oh, 16?
Wow, that was the record right there.
Wow.
There's the men's basketball page.
Wow.
16 assists in a game.
Get on that.
16 assists and 13 points.
Sitting there waiting.
All
That's-
right.
Post.
But what's most important is Javon
He needs a rebound.
rebounds.
He has 6
Oh,
and 16
man, that's
right
fantastic. I love how we're just, we got him over here talking about, facing Otani. I'm like, get the GD rebound, Javon Hadley. Like, come on. Unbelievable. That's like a quarter of a grocery trip these days.
That 3, man.
now.
That was
Woo,
fantastic.
From James.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Any other questions or anything from the viewers?
Recognized his moment was right
I mean,
there.
I've got some. I mean, it's
Let's go.
commercial break, so I was thinking Mikael Brown Jr. I don't know if you guys follow much in recruiting,
Of course,
but I mean, huge commit for the Cards and PK. That's a great grab for him coming out of high school. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, his media team's done an incredible job announcing
Yeah.
that and coming to the game and
Mhm.
everything he's done. So,
I mean, groundbreaking.
He's handled everything like a pro. He has gone above and beyond to kind of, do things that have never been done as far as the way that he committed. I think that Louisville has, if everything kind of holds steady, right, there's a great foundation already in place. You can't replace Chucky Hepburn, but what you can do is go out and get the number 1 point guard in the country.
Yeah.
I mean,
Big shoes to come in and follow.
massive shoes to fill. I don't think anybody's expecting Michael to come in and be Chucky, right?
I mean,
Right?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. I do.
So I think that you have a good foundation around him, though, in the
Yeah.
backcourt.
Right.
I think that's key, right? So you have, what am I blanking on? Seeing his head in my face, red shirt.
Oh, Kobe Rogers.
Kobe Rogers,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but I mean, he's going to probably be like your 3rd or 4th guard.
Sure, so
They're going to have to go out this offseason and replenish that guard spot with shooters to put around him, obviously. But, I mean, when you're talking about, 5th best player in the country, number 1 point guard, your expectation is for him to come in here and be a star.
Sure.
Like a star, right? Like,
You
not
said
even
it.
just good, but a
You said
star.
a star.
Like, that is the expectation. Now, is that what's happened with every 5-star recruit that Louisville's gotten? No, it's been actually the opposite, right? Wade Blackshear, Smarto Samuels, like, there's been, obviously Trent Flowers. You can go back and on some of these 5-stars that Louisville's gotten.
Where's he at?
He's on a 2-way contract with the Clippers, or at least he was. I don't know if he still is.
Mhm.
But, like,
Flowers.
yeah, it's just, I think it's just so cool to see Louisville, again, year 1, like the first real high school class. Obviously you got roots, but to be able to go out and do something that no one at Louisville has done, getting a player of that caliber, I mean, that's
And
impressive.
shout out to Donovan Mitchell too. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Shout out to Don,
Javon
45
Hadley.
for that. That was cool.
I need
Stop
Donovan
making
Mitchell
shots.
to wear my jersey and to work. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine what that feels like to see one of the best players in the NBA, like a legitimate MVP candidate, wearing your freaking jersey into a game.
It's tight.
So it's 93-69 with 2:50 left.
They're going to let him shoot it.
Behind the back.
Get the rebound, Javon. Oh! Let's go! Let's go!
He's gunning. He's
Let's
gunning for this
go!
next
Trying to
three.
set.
Oh man, here we go. 17th
They know
assist
the-
right here.
They know. He's gunning for
They
it.
know the record's there to be had.
Look at him. He reset the offense. He had the shot,
Shoot
man.
it. He pulling it.
Shoot
Let
it.
the ball go.
Oh my gosh! All right, you got
They have to know.
You got to leave him in. You can't take
He
him
just
out.
shot 3 threes
Well,
in
I think
that
they wanted-
possession.
More than anything, I think they want him to get to 10.
Yeah.
He's got 9.
He's got 9. 10 just feels a lot better than 9, right?
Isn't that the record? Or was that? No, he said it was. Yeah, wasn't
Yeah,
that
but
the
I-
10?
That's the record.
I mean,
He has
there's no
9.
way-
He has 9 threes.
Yeah,
For
yes,
sure?
he
He's
has
tied
9,
the
yes.
record right now.
Yes.
If he gets 10, he for sure is an NBA player.
I mean, like, is Dana Brown sitting there feeding them? I don't know. She could be, right?
Rain, you need one more. Yeah, I mean, that seems like something she would do.
Mhm.
Like we gotta get our other guys in this game. I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
Yeah.
We gotta get our guys in the game.
Take the other 4 out,
Call
leave
time
Rain
out.
in, and bring the 4 guards in. Let's
Yeah.
run a 5-guard rotation for the final minute of this game, and
I need Antonelli running the point, right?
Exactly.
right. Cole Sherman is
Yeah.
your 4. Spencer Leggs your 5.
Andy Enfield, coming from a guy that doesn't have a lot of hair, we gotta find a solution
I
here.
hope somebody helps him find a
I think
guard.
We gotta find a
you got
solution.
good hair.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate
You
that.
got good hair
Appreciate
for
that.
an old man.
Thank you. Thank you. I was gonna say we got some gray coming in, which means, when you're bald and gray, it's time to go. So
That's why I told you. That's why I wear a hat. Mine's bad. Receding bad. Turkey.
it's not good.
Here you go.
Turkey.
That'd be some content.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm telling you,
I mean-
just give him one more shot at this. If he doesn't hit it, then bring
One
in
more
the
shot.
backups.
Yeah, I was gonna say I cannot believe that Pat still has the team in. Like
I can't either. He's shooting it. Give it to him. Just
no
pull
way.
it.
No way. No way.
I mean,
Shoot it! Shoot it! Oh! Are you kidding me?
3.
Looked like a 3 to me.
No way.
That was fantastic.
No freaking way did he just hit that.
He's gonna hit that.
That's an NBA player right there, Josh.
You
Let's
said
go.
it.
Let's go, Josh.
On the day
Oh,
I
this is
when you
the
made
leaders?
I told you I think his foot was a long.
Oh my
I'm the biggest
God.
hater
No
here.
way.
Oh
And
my
Danny's
God.
letting me come back.
That
He's
is
like, you can't be talking bad
Can
about
I
players,
pause
man.
right now? Like
I'm
what?
not talking bad about him.
That's
That's
a
a
free
free
ball.
ball.
Free ball.
Let's see those puppies get settled.
That's
Come on.
a 3.
That's a 3.
Yeah, but he's not jumping there. He's not.
That's a
I
3.
think
That's a 3.
That's crazy. That's
Got it.
It's unbelievable.
What a game.
Here we go.
out of rhythm.
That is.
So what I hear is that when
He's 10%.
Floyd Street Media does live streams, we break records. That's just
Yes.
Right.
One for one.
That's right.
Right.
2 records.
Multiple.
Correct.
And
Correct.
hit parlays.
And we get our
And hit
parlay.
parlay.
So,
My family can eat tonight. Thank God.
Thank God.
like, so next game.
Yeah, this is the standard. We need to
This
win
is
by
it.
40 next time.
Yeah. We'll
We still got our guys in the game.
I know.
Yeah, I don't
Call
know
a timeout.
So-
Pat. Oh, you can't because then you'll make the coach mad.
Yeah.
Just call timeout.
So 96-72, 50 seconds left. I don't know. You think we can hit 100?
It's not looking
they- if
good.
they
it's
start-
not looking promising,
Yeah.
but
They still have to technically
never say
get-
never.
Shoot it.
One more possession.
Yeah, there you go. Shoot it,
There you
Trey.
go.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man.
Oh
That's-
goodness.
All right. Maybe we don't let anybody but Rain shoot threes.
People watching delayed on the stream, I'm sure we're like,
Yeah.
they're hearing us a full possession behind, right? So
For sure.
they're like, Traore's not gonna hit that.
Look at that. Louisville record for Chucky Hepburn.
Unbelievable. What a game.
So let's try it again.
$4.
It's brick again, Frank.
There you
Look at
go.
that.
Dunk it.
Oh, I love every game he dunks it within the final minute of the
Yes,
game.
he does.
And it's just
He's great for you. Brought that up.
Dribble
this
it
week,
out. Show some respect. Y'all got beat by 30.
Show some respect. So the last time Louisville played, I don't know if y'all remember this. Last time they played at SMU, they did not run the clock out. Luke Hancock, there was some extracurriculars.
after the game.
So he pushed the ball down the floor, and Trez was below the basket and dunked it with a second left.
Mm.
So that was what a game. That was a very memorable game. weird season, right? Like one season in the AAC. You got Russ Smith thrown up in a trash can. You have the president, or the former president on the sidelines. The coach was Larry Brown.
There we go.
Wow. What a name from the past.
What a
18,
throwback.
They don't even get a shot. Like, I'd rather, honestly, I'm dead serious. I don't even want to get in the game at this point. I'd rather sit.
You get in the box score. You're in the box score. Watch his rebound. Boom.
Oh, Frank took it.
Come on, Frank.
He's not
Rebound merchant. Unbelievable. Come on, Frank.
I would rather not get in the game. You
got to get in the box score.
Right now they're talking about.
But then you just got cardio
Gotta
minutes.
get that letter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
What a game,
Not
guys.
game.
98.
Let's go.
Very good.
Go Cards.
Yeah.
Let's see
Wow.
that celebration. That's what I need next. Is the locker room video.
Player of the game.
The locker room video,
The
yes.
locker room video.
There's a debate to be had, right, about the player of the
Roadkill.
game tonight.
This guy.
Yeah, really.
I feel like it's Chucky.
I think it's Rain.
Ooh.
He showed he was an NBA player. I mean,
What do you think?
I mean, come on now.
I'm like, let's vote.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Rain for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
He,
Rain.
he put 30 up.
Yeah.
Chucky had 16 assists. He was
Hey,
responsible
in my opinion,
for.
I think when you have two people breaking records,
Everybody wins. You
can
gonna do the
be
co. You gonna do the co-player of the game. Everybody wins.
And this
Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody. Louisville was the player of the game. Everybody wins.
What a game though, for
That was sick. That was
What
fun.
is that? 9 in a row?
9 in a row.
9 in a row.
That
Go
yep,
for 10
keeping
next
that
week?
win streak going. Ninth win.
That was
Ninth
fun.
win in a row, and then we play again on Tuesday. So
week off,
Week off.
get healthy.
yep.
Yeah.
Recover.
Have a better time.
Hopefully Noah's back.
Noah's back. Get Chucky's back healed up.
Yeah.
Let's get everybody healthy and let's go beat Duke. Honestly, I might sound kind of crazy for saying this, but on the show this week, I genuinely would like to see Louisville play Duke again. I would love one more time to see that matchup. I might be the only Louisville fan saying I want Duke, but I do want Duke. Like I
That
would
should
love
be the
to see
mentality.
Louisville play
Yeah.
them again.
I hope
Yeah.
the team wants to play Duke again.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's.
I think they could beat them.
They kept it close.
Yeah.
Well, they were
Right.
leading
She
at
wins the
halftime. It was a close game, and I think that was really the first game against a quality opponent where you were without two of your better players.
Yeah.
And so there's kind of a step back, and like we talked about earlier, a reevaluation of who this team is. I think that the staff learned that there is something to be said about the way that they rotated players in. There's been a lot of adjustments in style of play. So stemming from that Duke loss, it's changed the makeup of this team dramatically. So I'd love to play Duke again. I think that
Bring on
it's
Duke.
very clear that Louisville and Duke are the two best teams in the ACC right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Well, I also think it would help not having a student section telling the National Player of the Year that he's overrated.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's
That's correct.
not the best.
Yeah,
That's not the
I know
best.
we gave them a lot of credit, but that was definitely a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the villains.
Yeah. Look at Rain getting the post game love too, man.
Wow.
I love that.
Look at Michael
So
Carter.
you don't
30
give the
points.
player of the game, Chucky Hepburn, the mic at the end of the game?
Something else.
That's wow.
Man.
That
Really
shot,
thankful.
that's the play of the game, man. I know I said the dunk was earlier, but that is, with all that on the line, the dude was crowding him, and he pump fake.
Yeah,
Said, all right, I'm just throwing it up.
I was
I'm
going to
not
say, out of rhythm
Yeah.
was, fantastic. And I love 30 points only on threes, which
Yeah,
is
so I
fantastic.
saw a tweet earlier, and it's easy to say this when you're breaking a 3-point record, but someone said that Rain Smith is the greatest shooter ever on a Louisville basketball roster.
I don't know, man.
That's
It's been a hot topic recently.
That's a good conversation to have, but I mean, like,
Taekwon Dean was pretty dang good.
yeah, Taekwon, Reese Gaines. I mean, that Tennessee game is like one of my first memories as a Louisville fan, and that is like his 3-point shooting. Francisco Garcia. I mean, it just
Luke was so good.
Yeah,
Shout out to my boy Mike Mara.
yeah.
Don't forget
The
about
greatest high
Mike.
school shooter in history.
That's what
There you
Coach
go.
P said.
Yeah, right. I
And,
believe it.
uh,
I
definitely
mean, this
got
guy is
that
a pure shooter, bro. He
Yeah.
is a pure shooter. That's what he is. Dylan Avar, Ryan McMahon, my boys. Come on. We got to
I
shout
thought
them
we were
out.
throwing Dylan Avar as the best shooters.
Dylan
You
Avar.
throwing Dylan Avar into the ring for best shooter?
Nah, hell no.
But
I love Dylan, but this guy's can shoot.
Let's see here.
Who else are you looking?
I'm not looking. I'm actually looking at some advanced
Wakefield,
stats
North
here.
Carolina.
There we go. So now
There you
that
go,
matchup with Duke on Saturday is huge because that means if they were to beat Duke or, if they beat Duke, they're coming in, tied for first place. So
Yeah. Oh man, if they beat Duke,
Oh.
Wake Forest comes in. This is a
Yeah.
top 25 game.
that game's at home,
Competing
right?
for
All right.
for-
So that game
conference
next week.
championship,
What was
you know?
what was the attendance record Saturday? 18-5, right? Wasn't that what it was? 17-5.
something like that.
I mean, I know it's a Tuesday night, but we can get to 19 and get close
This
to
is Louisville,
20.
Kentucky, dude. Bars close at 4:00 no matter what.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
mean,
turn.
that's a huge game
Yeah.
Tuesday night. I got to get out there for that one.
Any other final thoughts as we're heading into the
Nope.
later stages of? I'm trying to solidify the stats here, but I'm pretty sure Rain Smith shot better from 3 than SMU as a team shot
From the field.
on layups.
Yeah. Man.
He shot well over 50%.
I'm just trying to, I want to see what the box score has to say, but I don't know what view to go to. Jacob, you're the stat broadcast guy.
Stat broadcast.
Tell me.
He don't have his notes.
I don't have my notes, man.
Tell me what SMU.
Next
shot
time
on
you got to
layups.
bring them.
I have them.
But he's gotta bring his glasses
Focus tonight on really
and-
getting
Right.
the stream,
Yes.
get this down right. I don't want the guy on the laptop the whole time.
Let's
Man.
see.
You
But
got anything for us?
No, but this was fun, and thank you all so much for joining. Where can our viewers find your all stuff like State of
Yeah.
Louisville
Yeah.
follows?
big one is YouTube at the State of Louisville on YouTube. Weekly shows for basketball, football, 2 times a week. Getting those shows, off-season content, and then at the State of Lou on Twitter
Lovely.
and Instagram. Yeah.
Sweet.
Josh.
You can follow me on Instagram, JoshRogers13, on
Yeah.
Twitter.
There we go.
More to come from this guy
tonight, right?
too.
Yeah, I'll hit you.
Okay,
I gotta
all
hit
right,
you
let's
with the
go. I
follow
get the
back.
follow back tonight. State of
We'll
Louisville
get
gets
it
the
going
follow
right
back
now.
tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get it
I'm sure I'll
going.
get lost in the shuffle.
Oh yeah, because I'm getting so many requests.
That's a big leader at Tom too.
I love it.
Thanks for having us.
Love it.
That's
Yeah,
great.
thank you
Hopefully
guys
we can
for
do this
coming
again.
on here, and thank you all for joining the watch party. This was a blast, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
That's right.
Let's go. Go Cards.
Hey,
Go
go
Cards.
Cards, L's up.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
L's up. I love it. What a game.
Good. Yeah, that was
tight.
fantastic.
Yeah.